Well. We are back again. What's up, everybody? Welcome back again to the watch party for PROHUBS. This is the final play day of North America. If you were here earlier, we watched the end of EU, which was a great time. Lots of awesome matches, and excited to jump right back in with North America here soon. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sam. I am one of the hosts here on the Finals Central, your place for everything the finals, from competitive to casual gameplay, for returning, veteran, and new players, all the same. If you're new here, welcome. Check out our channel. If you've never seen the finals before, you're here for a good time. We have a ton of content here on the channel for you to check out if you're new, including guides, tips, tricks, things about like patches, a podcast even, which is now live on Spotify. Check us out around the arena. And of course, the watch party, which is what you're watching now. This is a beginner-friendly stream where we help break down the action that's happening over in PROHUBS along with the casters, but we are here to answer questions for you. So if you've never watched PROHUBS before, or you've never played the finals and you don't really know what's going on screen, just let us know. We're here to answer that for you. My co-host Cody should be joining eventually, potentially. If not, you'll be hanging out with me. We'll be having some great times in between matches. Chat will ramp up here as well. We are multi-streaming over on Twitch and YouTube. So if you do have your Embark account linked to your Twitch account, we do have drops over there. So you can get a cool Chuck the Healing Emitter skin along with the charm and a weapon sticker. So all for free. Just hang out on the channel over on Twitch and you get that. And while you're there, drop us a follow. But if you're new to the channel, drop subscribe, like the stream here. It helps us out a ton. This is one of our favorite things that we do here on the channel. And yeah. Hello, G. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yes, we have a finals podcast. It is called, like I said, Around the Arena. Let me grab the link real quick. And yeah, this is it. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me switch my source around real quick. Yeah, this is our podcast Around the Arena. It has both video and audio, so if you are audio only, this is great for you. But it does have the same video that you catch here on YouTube as well. So 2 episodes. We'll have a 3rd one this week. This is season 2. If you want to check out our previous episodes where we've met with casters like Waltz and other people from around PROHUBS, check out season 1. They're here on the channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's jump into PROHUBS real quick and talk about, what we're going to be watching. So for those of you who are new, PROHUBS is the premier league, basically, for the finals. It's completely grassroots, meaning that it is completely community driven. It's ran by some awesome people like Burrito Supreme, who's the tournament organizer. Some amazing casters like our friends Waltz, Rio, Young, just meet our merch, tons of other people. They are a great team. They do a lot. They really pride themselves on production. In my opinion, it is the most, I guess, best produced tournament series here in the finals community. So how does it work? Teams play in qualifiers in order to qualify for the PROHUBS League, which is what we are watching. They've already progressed, and we are now in what they call the play days, which play days are essentially your group stage. Teams are placed into pods of 4, and they play a series of 5 cash out matches. Now, if you're new to the finals or not familiar with what cash out is, cash out essentially has 4 teams on a map competing over 2 objectives. They're called vaults. You open a vault and it produces a cash box. You take that cash box, you run it to a cash out station, you plug it, and then you defend it. If you control that cash out station by the time that it's finished securing, your team gains money. Rinse and repeat. You earn money for plugging, things like that. You also earn money for eliminations. And the team that comes out on top earns points. So here is how PROHUBS shakes things up. You earn league points based strictly off of kills and also placement by the end of each map. So finish the map in first place, you earn 100 points. Second place, 60 points. Third place, 30. Fourth place, 10. And finally, 1 point per kill. We can show an example of this because EU wrapped up today. Here are the stats that we saw. So 200 books took the actual entire day from their group, but on top of everybody. They had 2 first place finishes. Map 1, they came in first and had 18 kills, so they earned 118 points. In map 2, they finished in 3rd place, so 30 points, 15 kills, so on and so forth. They ended up earning 408 points. that's kind of the formula of what we're watching today. Like I said, we're going to be watching 3 groups of teams, each play 5 matches. So we're going to be watching 15 total matches of Cash Out. We're going to have some amazing casters and things like that helping broadcast the games. And what are they playing for, I guess? So teams are playing right now for seeding for playoffs, which will kick off next weekend. And playoffs is finally when we switch up the mode from Cash Out to Final Round. Final Round is a team v team format, so 3v3. One team versus one team, and essentially it's kind of the same. They're playing over one vault, and then they plug that vault into one of 2 cash outs and then secure it. First 1 to 2 secures wins the game. It's a lot more standard, a lot easier to follow, and it's in a double elimination bracket. So they'll have an upper bracket and a lower bracket. Teams are currently fighting to determine who goes in the upper bracket, because if you wind up in the upper bracket, you get basically another chance. If you get eliminated after the first game or first series, you wind up in the lower bracket and you have another chance to succeed. Based on who wins playoffs, they do earn a cash prize, which we can see from here. They will earn $320 both for NA and EU. And then finally, they also earn league points, which brings us back to the leaderboard. Now, after playoffs, you might notice there's a championship up here. What is that? So the top 6 teams following playoffs qualify for the championship series, which is essentially light playoffs, but that's finally when we have multi-region. So EU will finally be battling it out for face against NA, and the winner basically takes the prize. So here is the current payout for the teams in championship series. First place, $969. Second place, $298. Third place, $149. Fourth place, $75. This prize pool is constantly growing. It comes from donations. Embark helped out a bit. They dropped a bunch of donations while in stream a couple weeks ago. It also comes from subs and things like that. So if you want to help out with this prize pool, head over to PROHUBS TF, their Twitter, or their Twitch channel, and show them some love. Let them know you're from the Final Central. We've been gifting subs over there all throughout the season and things like that. So you can feel the pain in his dit is crazy. Wow, that shook me. Anyways, the action should be kicking off here soon. Like I said, if you're new here, feel free to ask questions. We're along for the ride. It's a totally beginner-friendly stream. Also, if you're new here, we have a great Discord community. Come hang out with us. We're actually hosting a community tournament that's open to all ranks. People probably are on average about silver or gold, maybe some plat mixed in there. So, and you get a chance at multi-bucks, which is a great time. So it's a ton of fun. It's going to be Sunday, August 3rd, which is next Sunday, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Grab your squad of 3, head over to our Discord, pick a team captain, and have them register your team. And then we would love to have you. So, yeah. Anyways, it looks like we are having, well, that says Waltz and Dianic, but that's actually RDIRL and Rio. Let's go ahead and get the stream unmuted.
Final play day. We have made it all the way through season 1. It has been a fun play days so far. I think that really today is going to capitalize on all of them so far. I think that we're going to have some stacked teams. These groups are looking fun. But yeah, Artie, you want to take us through maybe Group A and who we'll be seeing here in just a minute?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting to get started here. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of different signings going on. We're starting the day off with one of the more hot signings of the week, Team Envy. They played last Wednesday and had a little bit of a curse under them, but hopefully that's off the radar today. But they are currently sitting at the top of their group here. Will they be able to fight their way up into that top 2 position that is so coveted? They are going to be up against Team Retwist, Team Scallywags, and Team Via, who all have quite the reputation under them. Team Retwist, I actually saw them earlier this week on the Ape Squad, TNT, Thursday Night Throwdown, where they were doing some scrims, and Team Retwist definitely testing some new strats under their belts for this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that they're still involved in the community while being involved in Pro League. So it's cool to see a lot of familiar faces in there. But we're looking at the leaderboard right now. You can see that the teams that are highlighted are the ones that are going to be going into it. One team to note is the Scallywags. Scallywags is a really well-known name in the scene. And sadly, they're kind of struggling a little bit down there in place 11th right now. So maybe this is their day to climb a little bit. But honestly, looking at the teams that they're going against, it's going to be a tough battle, Artie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, these points up to the top are getting really, really close. Less than a 200-point gap between everybody. It seems like that's not something that can be crossed. But I mean, hey, if you guys looked at the points as they progress from Playday 4 to Playday 5, anything can happen. But yeah, I mean, teams towards the
What's up,
bottom,
Kret?
they're having a good time.
Long
today.
time no see, huh?
Well, and you want to root for somebody that's a little bit of an underdog. Maybe the Scallywags can get out of 11th place and maybe a little higher. So if you want somebody to root for, they are definitely going.
Where is Cody? I know. Yeah, he I think is going to be joining later. I was actually getting ready to text him and see if he thinks he'll be hopping on. But yeah, he's had some stuff going on today, so just me for now. But he was telling me that he thinks he'll be showing up for maybe some of NA. So hopefully we do catch him in here.
Absolutely. I love under construction just because the fact that teams just usually aren't as terrified of the hospital when it comes down to this, but also fewer hospital spawns since you're always guaranteed to have that construction site spawn. What's going to happen now as we get into our first fight? Scallywags going to be, well, taking a few shots over the sideline, but already looks like
map prettiness here.
Headed all the way up to the construction site early on, but actually on the other side, it's retwist.
Oh, you're hating on Vi. You're joining the Via hate train. It's crazy. Prettiness is gonna be Kyoto in #1. Hate that map or not, that is the prettiest map in this game. Second, I'd say
surprisingly, he got a kill.
Probably Fortune Stadium. Third, I would say Skyway.
Looks like Vault 1 is headed towards
I'm trying to think. Actually,
seeing them set up. Oh no, do we have a disconnect?
Uh-oh.
We are gonna rehost, guys. So sorry to get started.
I actually forgot about Nozomi. So I'd say Nozomi would be second. Third would be Fortune. Fourth would be Skyway. Fifth would be Vegas, the old one. Sixth would be the new Vegas.
It's okay. We'll get that
Seventh,
again. Catch it early and
what have I missed?
All fair.
Sis Horizon.
Not too crazy.
Eighth. Okay. Seventh would be Monaco. Eighth would be Sis Horizon. Ninth, Seoul.
Oh yeah, some super great stuff. I mean, especially.
I just think Seoul just doesn't have actually much to it in terms of like prettiness.
Watching Saints.
Oh, Bernal last. Yeah. I forgot about Bernal, but yeah, probably Bernal last.
Vatican. Honestly,
a very unexciting map.
Crazy stuff close to the end.
In terms of
if we had that Vatican,
Seoul is not a pretty map. It's actually very basic in terms of textures and stuff, in my opinion.
I feel like they would have ended a lot higher.
It's not. Don't lie to yourself. It's not beautiful.
About ProHubs is that we give all of these teams a really good opportunity to just continue.
That's not taking into my account the fact that I think the map also just plays terribly, but like that's not including that. I just genuinely think it does not look that good.
Before playoffs, August 2nd for playoffs, day 1.
Yeah, I am sad. We cut a couple of the play days from Season 0 just to streamline things, but it's made this just go by so quick. I think you're right, though. What has been fun is that we often do see kind of that development.
I mean, it's a parkour city, but it's still not pretty.
Especially the ones that are at the bottom. They're kind of having to struggle their way through. And honestly, through that struggle, they learn a lot. And we are seeing some teams. I think there's some people like Mr. Derp had that experience in Season 0. And you're right, kind of looking at Vatican, they have grown. So it is cool to see that they will be coming back potentially in the next season that we have as a better, well-composed team. So that's just one of the fun things that ProHubs is doing, and yeah, just fostering that growth for all of the scene.
100%. And I mean, one of the coolest parts about like the ProHub scene as well is that since Season 0, like how much this community has grown. All of you guys in chat as well. But I also love seeing it bleed out into the rest of the finals community because now the ProHubs is pretty well known as like the scene where the meta is now being defined, and especially all these teams that are actually able to pull it out in these games and figure out, okay, this is the NA meta, this is the EU meta, and then you start to see it trickle out into the ranked games up at that Ruby level, and seeing teams like, oh yeah, these guys are just running ProHub strats, like, oh, this team, they just think they're a ProHubs team, and it actually is a ProHubs team on all alts, but it's so funny. But I love how tight-knit the finals community really is, and well, ready to jump back in, so we'll quit our yapping, you guys can watch some games.
Absolutely. We're going to see how things change up a little bit differently because the vaults have spawned in some different locations. So Vault 1 has already been tapped by Via, but we're taking our attention over towards Vault 2. As
Just naming your team off your sponsors so late. Yeah.
By SDN. Look at that.
I agree.
Some shots off, getting some good positioning off as well with the Pike. He is just getting everybody and nobody's really stopping him.
Skyway's my favorite. Best luck in Kyoto, worst luck in Citadel, and worst overall Bernal. I'm definitely the worst at Bernal, especially suspended structures. I would say that's my, like, I do the worst on that map every single time.
But sadly, Wally brings him down.
Skyway would probably be the second one that I get caught the most unlucky. I think there's just a lot of third parties happening in Skyway just because of, I don't know why. I think it's the spawns or something, but I swear I have a rough time on that map.
Gets your gears turning, gets everything running. A missed winch there from Llama. It's going to be all right. They've got the vault anyway, just can't capitalize on well, the what could have been an easy ending there to get Via out early. Spring Hour should have the opportunity to get everybody rezzed back up. See what he's going to be able to pull off now. But honestly, a really early start for Team Retwist, where they're going to get into that hospital, get a little bit of prep time. It looks like Via is hot on their tail. They're not the only ones, though. Envy looking like they're going to try to make their way over currently towards the hospital. They're just on Via's tail. I don't know if this is worse for Via or worse for Team Retwist.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to approach this. Brindy trying to buy himself a little bit of space, throws down Goo, but one of his team members is there as well. We're watching as Team Via come into the stairwell. Everybody's converging directly on this hospital point. This is typically one of the harder points to push, so I'm really interested why everybody is diving directly on it. Via might have bought themselves enough time. They have some spread out, but nobody has gone down just yet. Looks like Cafaneo just bit it, though. He is now looking to...
I am a growing heavy main.
Right back up, but sadly that res is going to bring him down, and Team Via not looking good as their last member to stay alive. Doing a pretty good
it's becoming a thing over the last 2 weeks. I was primarily a medium main, but we found that the squad that I run with for ranked and such, that I just cannot properly IGL. Oh, see ya, cash out.
Off the side of the map.
Llama almost went with it.
One person Retwist is trying to stay alive, and we're getting some crazy shots off the side of the map. What is going on?
I mean, hey, Team Reach was like, you know what? We could probably deal with Envy as long as Busy's down. Llama said, bet I've got you. But they're going to be able to get his trophy right back.
That was sick. That was so funny.
And yeah, even though Retwist went for the little throw the cash out off the side play, it did reset really quickly, faster than Team Retwist themselves did. That being said, Team Envy still have a lot of work to do as Team Via were able to stabilize through this entire fight. STN gonna go down. Envy wiped out. Retwist still up and still in control of the cash out. The question is Spawns or Llama in a spot to stop this? Llama drops in domes, misses the winch here, but they are still in control. Via is going to be able to win this fight, though, but Scallywags have now come into grief, and fourth party. Spring Hour goes away. Every team is dead except the Scallywags, but it's Retwist point that's getting stolen.
Wait, and did Zuki just kill himself? I see some C4, and that he just... And now Wally's rezzing him. I'm not sure.
I also die a lot with the SA cred.
For sure.
I struggle to not push too hard.
At the perfect time. Third partying. They're sitting pretty with 22K in the first two cash outs. Yeah, the fourth party. You're right. But now.
I mean, fourth party cash box is in Group C.
Group C.
But yet somehow they're influencing Group A.
Absolutely, Artie. But moving over, it looks like Stu is trying to get a gateway. They're going to bring this.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to learn a shotgun on heavy, I'm going to go chaos.
Pretty good spot as well. The Scallywags are all surrounding it, so maybe they're waiting to intercept this. We see 3 teams on this side of the map as well, so everybody's kind of positioning themselves for cash out C. Looks like D has just been plugged, and the battle is about to get started between all 3 of these teams. Looks like Via is unfortunately stuck in the middle of it. I'm not sure they'll be able to get out of this unharmed, but here we go. Spawns is starting to push in. He grabs a red barrel, trying to buy himself a little bit of space. He's moving in with the 93R as a glitch grenade to bring down that dome shield, spots somebody out, getting some good shots off, killing his teammate back up immediately with the infuser, and now trying to find somebody else with that 93R. Everybody is just dying around here. Cafaneo sadly bit it, and now looking around, his team Retwist are in the middle of 3 teams.
Okay.
They're all dying as well.
Dude, Retwist is just fragging right now. Holy.
Down as well. All of Team Retwist.
Well, and then they got wiped, but
surviving on just a sliver. Can Surge will stay alive? He goes directly into this combat. I'm not sure that's the move I would have done, and sadly they lost it.
Via got wiped.
Wow, Wow, I mean, Scallywags just going on an absolute rampage today. Mind you, Scallywags currently 11th on the Playday leaderboard right now. Team Retwist and Envy, they're both sitting up the top, the 3rd and 4th position. But, hey, Scallywags, if they want to do their best to just get first place in every one of these Playdays, we might see the craziest upset in ProHubs history, but we'll see if they can keep this work up right now. Felice and Wally and Zuki all up at the top of the crane.
What's my go-to gun? The Shack, for sure. Right, you winch somebody and you just hip fire the thing. You don't even have to aim. But I also, because I played so many rifles and just, I would argue I have solid aim, right? So for me, it's like, it bursts people like a shotgun up close, but then also, like, at range, I can hit heads. Or bodies even. So yeah, the Shack's been my go-to currently. I might try like the KS at some point. But we'll see.
Tries to go again, and now we're watching as this last cash out is running down. The Scallywags are here.
Yeah, that's a good steal out of the Scallywags. Dude, Scallywags are kind of cooking right now. Wow, they're gonna get that too. They're gonna be up like 50K.
This is wild, Artie.
Yeah.
Refs, do something! They can't keep getting away with it. 41K already, and I mean
that is insane. That is insane.
Is about to come in, but as soon as I say that, Scallywags, they've already repositioned themselves to have full control over this. Envy is going to commit to this deal. See if Busy's going to be able
what
to
am I watching?
Your life STN right in the spot.
That's Artie, baby. That's my caster. Nah, Artie's fire. He does casting for like Marvel Rivals and stuff too. Like, dude, he's legit. Wait, he just kickflipped the cash box. Llama.
They just also brought it off, and Llama goes down as well. Busy technically getting the kill for that because the cash out was.
Why is Llama kickflipping the cash box?
Team Vaya currently stable on the point, but it's Scallywags that's trying to get the steal. They're not going to be able to. Scallywags completely wiped out thanks to Retwist and Vaya. Now there's just a slight break in the wall. Sergnal going to be holding the steal. He is going to be able to get it, and for the first time all game, somebody other than Scallywags got a cash out.
Yeah, finally, but the Scallywags are still sitting pretty with 42K. Llama trying to get out of there again. He's surviving with just half health, grabbing another blueberry, but immediately being chased down and deleted by Spring Hour. Team Vaya getting in control now. They want to try and go for Vault.
Can't wait for the finals protein Pepsi Max. Nah, bro, it's Coke Zero. Get it right.
Looks like Vault 6 will be tapped by Team Envy. They're probably going to want to take it towards B. Are we going to see a double here, Artie? We've got a minute left. I'm just not sure what's about to happen.
I mean, if you're Team Envy and you have any say in it, that's kind of what you want to do at this point because it's the only way forward. But look, the Scallywags, they can just play full-scale defense on Cash Out B up the top. They also look like they might have an opportunity for an early gate over. Here we go. Vault 6 on its way to B. That's going to be Envy getting the plug, and they're in control. Scallywags now, they're in control of the other vault. They separate it to the other side. Ooh. They do not want a double. They do not want any chance of anybody coming in front. That's Scallywags guaranteed first place unless some team by miracle can pull a Scallywag and well steal both cash outs. We'll see what's going to happen now. Envy currently being contested by Team Vaya, but the circle already down. Cafenio taken away. It's just going to be up to Spring Hour. But do see one player on Envy going down.
The only bans are Glitch Mine and Motion Sensor, and it's because they feel like it's like bugged.
Yeah, we're watching as everything comes down to this.
Which I could agree with. It's pretty
pulls him out by Busy, trying to get that winch clock.
It like winds up hitting people
watching as
in spaces it shouldn't, like through floors or randomly through walls, like all sorts of stuff. It just acts really weird.
Point as well. Lots of teams trying to go for this cash out on B, but the Scallywags are sitting pretty. Envy, only one person remaining on this side of it, moving over to Wally, and they're in firm control of their cash out, but the steal is going on by Team Retwist. Llama almost had that. If he was sitting a little bit further away, he might have survived, but sadly he goes down, and his team will have to
Scallywags are pub stomping this map. I mean, it's kind of just over. They already have it, and they're getting the last one. At this point, you just go for kills or try to get second, I guess.
Here comes the steal. They've got a goof fortress surrounding them. Lots of damage going off on the point. Everybody getting on there, but I think the Scallywags were able to buy themselves just enough time.
Oh my god.
And they're going to take this cash, and they're going to end with 66K and a first place. The team in 11th place just pulled off one
Oh
of the
no, I think
craziest
you. Well,
cash outs
probably not
I've
motion
ever
sensor, but you would
seen.
definitely see glitch bind
I mean, if
at this
you're
level.
gonna
You
go
kidding me?
on a wild heist, right? Leave it to the scallywags to pull this off, and something that I have never seen in all my years on the Seven Seas. But just incredible performance to say the least. I mean, huge shout to Envy as well for being able to kind of jump up from third place there,
Yeah.
maintaining control of their cash out, sort of forcing everybody off the point. Say, hey, we know there's more chaos over on Scallywags. You guys want that one more, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean,
It turns out
Envy
American
really had
branding
a
is great.
good, a good
Correct.
setup there to make sure that they were secure in whatever points they were able to get. But that is peak finals, right? I mean, I think we were expecting some craziness on Hospital, like we were alluding to in the beginning. Nobody was expecting the fourth party.
No, I mean, you just don't see it very often.
Hey, you got the
and
Reese's
I don't know what
Pieces, you got the
call
Kit
was on
Kats.
Scallywags. It was just staggered just slightly where they had enough time where they knew they were going to secure their cash out, and they had enough time to get over there. And
The
all of them were there,
whatchamacallits?
so they completely
That's a good
abandoned
one.
theirs, and they went for it. And you know what? Sometimes you take these gambles and they work
Soul
out
Under
really
Construction's peak
amazing
finals because it
plays.
plays like
So
absolute,
that's
just
what makes the
it plays like
finals so
Rust.
unique. And already,
I've said it so many
one,
times, but
we're
it's like
just
if you
getting
took
started
Rust
with
from
Group
Call of
A,
Duty and said
map
that it's
1.
the
We have
like
so much more
it's in the
today,
competitive
and
pool.
I am pumped. That's if we're gonna start like that, this is gonna be a fun final play day.
I didn't even think of it like that. First match,
Yeah.
first map, first group. This is
Yeah, well.
hey, I've been spending all my time in ProHubs over on EU side, but I think I gotta spend more time with the NA crowd because this is just chaos. I'm here for it though.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's funny. I haven't done a single match on the EU side. I've watched all of them, but on the NA side, I have been quite enjoying the scene over here. They play kind of crazy, and you do see just a little bit of a different play style from the EU. So I am quite excited to see what these teams are going to be like when they clash. We see the two play styles.
The
of
Smarties
NA
is a good one
and
too.
Clash, but we will get into that later.
The
'cause we're still
Sweethearts.
into a play day as we get started on Cis Horizon.
The Dementos, the nerd clusters, that's a good one.
Real Barbers, and what did the cash out during all that chaos?
The
when,
lifesavers.
falling off the, and then
There's a lot. There, you're not wrong. There is a lot
Cash out
of
mode,
good
absolutely.
candy brands
It
that
is
can make team
crazy
names.
stuff, but we're now here in Cis Horizon. A little bit of a reset. Let's take a deep breath.
What's up,
and
Vicky?
come back
How's it
to this
going?
Team Envy and have an early start to Vault 2, but I see some pirates on the horizon as the Scallywags come over to try and well, take their share of this heal.
Yeah, I mean, they were the team that I was hoping for in
No Via propaganda? You mean no Ducky? It's only a matter of time before he's been he senses that they're on the screen.
Police follows him up and immediately gets somebody down from
No Cody right now.
Just gonna stop him like a
He might be
wall,
on later.
and there
We're
goes
kinda-
Scallywags.
I'm
And
kinda
in
waiting
fact,
here.
looks like Zuki is still in this. He just had a sliver of HP. He's still staying in this. He's surviving somehow, even able to get 2 kills. What is going on? He's able to get away from
No,
there,
yeah,
and it looks like
Cody,
Lucy's trying to
Cody
decide,
might
does
be
he
on
go
later.
for him?
We'll
Does he
see.
go for the res? He's going for the res, and Zuki, amazing play, able to get out of there with the cash. His teammates are going to coin in. Scallywags are still on fire, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I
mean,
don't
Scallywags,
understand why
had
Scallywags have
always
decided that
talked
now
about
they're
it
gonna start
about
pub stomping
how
these
much
lobbies.
this
It's
is
just
in all
crazy.
esports, but for the finals specifically, like once you feel your
That's what I'm saying, Pod.
once you feel that
I'm
everybody-
surprised Scallywags is dog walking the lobby.
Just take advantage of it, right? Everybody has bad days.
I'm
everybody
hungry
has
and it's
good
almost
days.
4 a.m. and I don't want
If
to eat
you're
this
on a
late.
good
I
day,
feel
you're
that.
here in the tournament in the last play day,
I just
you're
got done at the
for it,
gym like
do
just
this.
before
Here we
this,
go.
and I had a
Envy can
protein
take advantage
shake,
of the early
and
advantage
I'm
there, try to
starting to already
dash
tell
up
them
on
getting
the point.
hungry.
We will see STO2
But
dive back
I
and
ate
take a little
wings
bit
for
of
lunch, which were like kind of high in
control.
calories, and now I'm not sure what I want to do. I also don't have like dinner, so it means I'd have to order something.
Campus to be seeing that cash out get fully stolen out by
I'm not really sure what the plan is yet. We're gonna see.
Gonna have to take
How,
a
Sam? What do you mean,
now
how?
that we're on a new map,
How
but
what?
hey, Team Retwist and Team Via jumping at it in the workspace. Via currently getting pinched on nice DMAP positioning there by Brendy. Be able to just get his team.
I mean, you also sent like numerous food items in Discord. So there's that.
That was one of the cleanest fights I've seen so
Yeah.
far.
Absolutely, they executed that perfectly. You
Llama
saw
does.
each team
I think Spawns does as well. I don't know about Brendy.
textbook of Pro approach for how you get in there. You
Pod.
get the cash and you just clear out a team. So Via are going to lick their wounds. They're going to come back, and I'm curious if Team Retwist can hold off the Scallywags, because the Scallywags, as we said, are out for blood today. Wally trying to make their approach. They dematted a little too far and went down one level that they didn't mean to.
Hey,
Now
wait,
hopping
Llama?
back up, we see the dome shield going off. Team Retwist is trying to
Nah,
stay in.
they
This looks
were,
like Llama
no.
very low. Spawns is low as well. And Brindy down, so there's one person remaining on this. The cash out has just a little bit left. We're at the
Oh,
last
you should just
third,
stuck to
potentially.
defib.
Spawns gets one kill, and
Yeah,
all
Spawn's
of
gonna
the
get the
Scallywags
revive, and then
are
they're good.
down. That 93R is doing work so far. We move immediately over to the other cash out, which is running down. It has just maybe a sliver left as Team Via is trying to stay in it. They're a little bit of remaining on just Spring Hour. He's reloading. He's wanting to stay in it, but Busy chases him down with the rest of his teammates. They'll get the cash, and these two teams, the Via and Scallywags, are going to have to respawn.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, Envy just decided we're gonna lock in. They locked in towards the end of that soul match, and so now, you know, not gonna let that happen again. And we need a little bit of stability here, unless Scallywags.
Wait, Doll 2's just playing the finals now?
That sort of approach.
STN is streaming, by the way, if you were looking at like
Early
player
pick on
POVs.
Busy allows an opportunity for both Stooge and STN.
That's on there, and that's not on mine.
Possibly get taken out early here.
Oh no!
Getting taken out early is our producer and observer. He actually that play, those shots by the Scallywags, so intense it crashed our observer.
Dang, yeah, that is unfortunate. I'm curious if the rest of the lobby's still going, or if that is a crash for everybody.
It was an Unreal Engine crash, so
Okay.
the rest of the lobby should still be going. But I mean, hey, let's run it back and talk about what we saw in the beginning, right? So finally, a little bit of stability. Both teams that had initially struggled a little bit, Envy and
Why?
Retwist,
Hello?
back on some solid
Hang on,
footing.
hang on.
Yeah, and the Scallywags looked like they were really kind of struggling. I'm not sure if they just practiced a ton of Soul under construction, or they were just starting off.
Dude,
good.
ads?
It seems like it was slipping.
Nah, bro.
In the middle of that map. Not
Why is
sure.
he running ads?
We're gonna have to put on our speculative hats and figure out where we think it's gonna go. But or do you have an entry, Artie?
I do. I typically have an extra Twitch tab open just in case, and I have Busy's perspective pulled open. I'm gonna see if I can get some of the other perspectives pulled open as well. But to give you guys a
Dude, it's gave me a million ads. STN's running 3 minutes of ads, brother.
Cash out over by campus.
Oh my god. All right, hang on. One sec.
They're just gonna be playing the kite game against whoever is on their way. So I'll keep you guys updated, sort of podcast style.
Hold,
We'll go
hold.
old sports radio style, where I'll just regularly update you guys on the scores. But currently, Envy first place, matched with kills up against I believe.
All right, get me off these
that
odds.
would have been Team Retwist. Team Retwist.
We got the resets. We both were down. We just reset.
Well, we were on
I ran
Mega
out
Pad.
the door.
We were on
shot
Mega
through the
Pad.
door.
Nah, I'm talking about like right here. Like you guys got the res. He climbs up and he just gets lynched. Like we should have just reset from there. Like both
Yeah, but the
teams
game didn't
are
crash.
doing their
ST is running ads and he's playing. No, it's all good. We got it now.
We just get
I have. I
level
used my
5,
Prime
you
sub
guys
for
do
the
you to make
Pro
some
Hubs.
and then just lose.
It's all right. I subbed STN. I was like, screw it, bro. So we'll watch his POV for the rest of this map. Oh, okay, never mind. It looks like they're back in. Hold on. Hold.
Just got wiped. Team Retwist is sitting there with just their light player, so they're gonna have to readjust. But Retwist is now all back.
Well, there
up,
goes
so
$6.
they got some reses. Looks like Vault 5 is gonna be tapped by the Scallywags. And I don't know. They're still looking like the strongest team.
You know, that's not the
in
first
this
crash
group
today, though,
far.
so
maybe they were just
probably
waiting
worth
for
it.
this play day. I am not sure, but I am definitely rooting for them to continue on this pace.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
I'm surprised the observers have been able to reconnect. I'll be honest. This is the second time, but then there's a bug where it should you don't know who you're watching anymore. It gives you the Embark random names generator. Like Brave Money and Stalwart Globe.
Scallywags trying to figure out if they want that early fight over to that vault, but unfortunately, as soon as Scallywags lose Wally, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to go. Scallywags also gonna be losing out on Suzuki. see exactly what the rest of this has in store. We'll jump over to Team Retwist. Now, I got to watch Team Retwist in their scrims earlier, like I said, and I've been seeing Brendy get a lot better with that positioning, specifically around 3v3s, but currently in this fight up against Vaya, he had
Damn.
to go for
He
the
just
res,
two-tapped him with the
and,
SA and then meleeed.
leave that position, try to find Spawns' trophy. I do believe
Some player
that,
comps would be good,
Vaya
I
was
bet.
playing out for that. They wanted to get that extra positioning, playing for the trophy protect. Worked out really well for them in that situation.
Yeah,
Excited they can pop it
watching
off.
Vaya
Yeah, that's
now
what I'm
getting
saying.
the steal off. I do like the recent change to the infuser as well, that we can see the colors and where those bullets are coming from. So cool to see. We saw them being healed up by his teammates, but immediately their heavy gets pulled out, and he is taking some good damage. So he's being targeted, and this is not the right time because we still have Cafneo down. There is a res going off, so they have all of their teammates here. The cash out is about a third of the way down, but we have multiple teams starting their approach. I'm curious if they all want to dive on B, because it looks like the Scallywags are here. They want to get in there. Belize trying to find some entry points through a red barrel, but he did get healed back up by his teammate, and it looks like they're wanting to go for it, but they are taking it slow. I think that they know that multiple teams are here, and they're just trying to find the perfect entry point.
I mean, hey, Zuki is playing really
Horizoning
strong
it,
to keep
yep.
Belize alive there, but they have to figure out their moment of entry, their moment of opportunity. So important in this. We'll be seeing Vaya trying to play underneath. They know that they can tighten pretty long, especially after these shots from Retwist are going to come out. That'll alert them that there is a third party happening. All Team Vaya has to do to play this right is to stall when they need to stall and back off when they can just force that third party. And immediately, they're going to be able to get an early pick onto Wally, dropping Scallywags to just Belize now. Zuki's taken away. Belize going to be playing for his life, and Retwist, they still have an opportunity to engage here, but unfortunately for them, even when they find that moment, Vaya is still up and waiting. They had the perfect setup here, and just absolutely nothing that any of these teams could do, because they had to fight not only with Team Vaya, but with each other to get that positioning. Now Team Envy, they're going to come over and, well, grief a little bit. They won't get this cash out, but they will be able to kill Race, which is what they need to do, try to get up to the top. I can't do math, but is that enough? I don't think it is.
Vi's team is
And
misleading and
Team Envy
fraudulent
just
because they are in
2
fact 3
kills
players, not
away
as one.
from matching that up.
That's a good
And
one.
it's gonna be Team Vaya, first place finish unexpectedly after all the other chaos that happened earlier.
Yeah, that was quite the mix-up. I do like it when everybody has a cash out and it gets really tight towards the end. You just don't know where it's going to go, and as already said, math is hard to do on the fly. It's really hard to tell if that's enough to bring them over the line, and we see situations like this where they were basically down 3 kills. They needed to get an extra 1,500 to bring themselves over. So Team Envy sitting at least pretty in second place, but Team Vaya really kind of came out of nowhere. Sadly, the Scallywags in 4th. They really kind of flopped from their last performance. But honestly, though, looking at the kills, looking at all the points and even the damage done, these are really tight teams. They seem pretty
UK today
well
did a
balanced.
Via. What are you talking about? Wait, what?
I mean, honestly, this is great to see a matchup like this, especially after what we just saw on Soul, where it's like, hey, that wasn't on the script. That's what we weren't like. What that was not on the playbook of anything for that to happen. And so to kind of come back and say, okay, everybody got one of the first 4 cash outs. Now we can have an even fight. Yeah, it's telling that it is very even. And honestly, I think that this Sis Horizon match more or less showed us that
If you
anybody
know, you
can
know.
kind of
I
pull
haven't
off
looked at
what
the news today.
Scallywags did in the very beginning. The question is, do they have the moxie to be able to commit to that?
Is it about the trade deal?
I am curious as
I don't know.
well.
I googled
Next
UK
match will
news, and that
be
was the
against
first thing that popped up.
Fortune Stadium. And Artie, I don't think we've casted together. So if you didn't know, when we go to Fortune Stadium, I like to give out a fortune. So I am going to start with reading your fortune, and if we go into this another map for the other groups, I will
What?
read it for one of the viewers. But Artie, your fortune for today is: a sudden urge to dance will strike soon. Obey it. So there you go. You know,
You have no
That's-
funny. You have no
that
idea how funny that is.
Really?
I'm not going to explain any context. You have no idea how funny that is.
Okay, well, I am glad that your fortune was a good one. So stay tuned, guys. And in our next group, we have a chance to have your fortune read on stream. But with that said, we're going to pivot and start talking about the matchup, this next map, as the teams get loaded in there. What are your thoughts on this group going into Fortune? Fortune is a little bit of a tighter map. There's some a little bit, easier to control some areas. Some areas are a little more open. How do you think that this group will perform on Fortune?
I mean, Fortune Stadium is a map that really can test some players' knowledge if you want to get super, super technical, even in the pro scene. Uh, there are teams that have taken the time to painstakingly map out every single possible
All right, Vicky.
spawn and
Have a good
understand
night.
how to play
No, it's like
around those.
5
And
a.m.
on Fortune
for
Stadium,
you.
because of the way that it is designed around the 6 different sectors, it's really easy to game these spawns, especially compared to other maps. And when it comes down to finding yourself the opportunity to try and pressure certain different fights, or if you have a really early opportunity to take control of, say, Hospital, Sector 6, well, you can game the spawns out, we'll see some teams possibly taking advantage of that. We will also see Wally taking advantage of Gravity to get an early demise for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't disconnect, hopefully. I think that he just jumped off. Sometimes it happens, but I am noticing that everybody is kind of sitting around. Yeah. Boy, a little bit of some rough starts today, Artie, but that's okay. That's how it plays out. I am curious.
Was there another
if they
crash?
Stop this map. I think we're trying to figure that out. But I think everybody is here, and they are wanting to continue. So until we hear otherwise, looks like
Does
Cash
his
Out
Zolt
A
have a
has been
swagger
started
logo?
by Team Retwist. They're getting some shots off. Brindy
They
is in
do,
good
but like at the same time, I don't really like.
find some damage in there.
I don't really get it,
Immediately
if
going
that makes
into Team
sense.
Via,
It's just kind of
gets some
like
shots off on him. That Famas is looking.
it almost like
looking
doesn't
pretty
match
good. The
them,
new
if that makes
skin
sense.
As well, but Team Via gets a res off as well, and they're now looking on the other side of it as Capaneo is the only person surviving. He wants to try and
What is
get his
happening?
teammates up if he can survive this, but sadly he goes on a bounce pad and comes under the fire of Brendy.
Oh yeah, and a really early control.
Yeah, geometric. I don't know. It's not bad. It's pretty cool.
If they try to get technical,
I think the best
force Via to
sponsor logo in the game.
jumping across over to Sector 5, so
Hmm.
looks like we will have an early attack here from Via. They
I like the Dissen one.
for one more good push.
And I
They
like.
decide to,
I low-key like the
one
Injimo one.
partying on Cash Out B. So once we
Low key. I think the Injimo one's just clean. That's really it. It's not like cool. It's just clean looking.
Team Envy over to Cash Out B. We did actually have confirmation that a DC occurred, so potentially see what's gonna happen here for the rest of this. We might have to pause. Nope,
He's back. All right.
Alrighty, Team Via now contesting Team Retwist. They took the easy way over, and now the
can't drop
fight
frames,
in the
bro.
stairwell
Oh.
will occur. Spawn, super low HP, be traded out pretty early. Caffeinio also taking an early hit, finds the blueberry to the side circle, finds the bullets from Brendy in his forehead, though. Brendy gets traded away immediately, and it's going to be up to Llama to try and deal some claps back. But immediately, as they're just down to a singular heavy, it's going to be a nice 1v1 situation. Both Llama and Caffeinio to be choosing if they need to fight or go for the res. The winch is missed. The shots are missed. Looks like Brendy is back early on in the fight. Spawn's going to coin as well thanks to the defender coin timing. Now the Cash Out A is fully confirmed by Team Retwist. They're going to try to farm some extra kill points on that.
Hydra Q logo is
Yep,
buns.
moving
The
over to
shit
other
pissed me
side,
off.
Team Envy are in control of
digging
this.
me.
They got a team wipe on
That
the
line of
side
acronyms doesn't
flags,
work.
and they now have the cash.
I can read that.
Looks like Vault 4 and 3
Start digging
have
in your butt,
spawned.
twin.
All
Of course I know what it
of
means.
Team Envy are jumping over.
Come on, bro.
They're getting close to Vault 4, but also Team Retwist. So we're going to see them clash in just a second as Busy gets set up on the rooftop. The Vault is tapped by his team. He immediately spots Spawns out, gets a nice kill on him,
Oh.
pulling that winch claw in. He's trying to find
A
another
good kill on Llama.
Goes down in that
Zip for
battle. This is the
Retwist.
last
Yep,
person
see you,
on Team
Retwist.
And they just got deleted. Not a single person from Team Envy went down in that battle. What a weird way. I really thought Team Retwist was going to have a stronger defense. Maybe
Of course I know, bro. Just because I'm a nunk doesn't mean I don't have the brain rot, all right? Relax.
Team Envy and probably get
I'm like best friends with Cody, bro.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
this is a great start here for Envy, who had a really successful early cash as well. I mean, all the kill points as well adding up. 20k to start off the second round. Super, super good. Capinio actually going to be taking out the rest of his team there. What just happened to Team Vaya? Either way, we are going to be seeing Team Retwist and Team Scallywags potentially come in. Oh, Scallywags, they are doing what Scallywags does best. I believe we are about to see a double as the gateway opens up here. They actually get caught out halfway through. Llama with a perfect opening. He sees his gateway and is not ready for these shenanigans. But cash out's going to be double.
I don't think that works. I don't think that's the right acronym for that. Right, I'm sorry.
Scallywags, though, going to be very
Fortune's just cool looking. I don't know.
Of that. Envy returns from
For real. There's Ducky. I figured he'd get summoned at some point because Vaya's on screen.
All 4 teams stack up for an explosive battle.
Just read, bro.
Oh God, the double has happened. Everybody is here. We're watching as the Scallywags are waiting for their timing. They're looking for that perfect moment to go in it, but immediately it looks like Team Vaya has been spotted out. Bounce pad goes off. DMAT brings all of the team up there. Brendy is trying to stay alive. He is now the last person remaining on Team Retwist. Has to go into the stairwell, but he's definitely being chased. He has those defibs out, wants to bring his teammate back up. He's going to possibly DMAT it down.
Entire building is going down.
In the battle, looking right now as the Scallywags are holding the steal, but sadly the DMAT drops them down, and Team Envy are staying in control of this. There's 1/4 of this cash out left, and everybody is just dying in between. Scallywags want to go for it again. They bring everybody back up. There is some smoke on the point. Wally's trying to stick the steal. Looks like Belize is getting right in front of him to try and block it, but that goo has stopped them. Now another steal going off by Belize, trying to be healed up by his teammates. Everybody is dying on the point. Everybody is here. I see multiple teams, and here comes Vaya as well. Here comes the steal.
The doubled cash boxes is like the second ones. It's not even the third.
He goes down in that. Everybody is here, but I don't think they can do anything as Envy takes it, as STN is the last one remaining, and even he dies. Vaya is now one of the only remaining people in the map, and my God, what a strange, wild, chaotic double we just had.
Yeah, Scallywags just deposited that double and said, you know what, we are going to do our best to time this third party, but Team Envy had some fantastic pacing around it. When you want to play for the kite, it's exactly what we saw back on Cis Horizon over on the art gallery whenever that intense third-party fight was happening, where you just want to play for that late timing. If you are in control of the cash out, you have to remember that this is still a game of attack and defense. If you're on defense, play defense, especially when there's 2 other teams fighting in your courtyard. You don't have to be the first ones to engage. So we're going to be seeing now as Team Envy, well, they're pretty much set for life as long as this doesn't get doubled. So going to try to make sure that...
Wait, he didn't see him above him.
But immediately it's going to be a battle of the heavies as Busy and Belize.
Oh, they gatewayed out. No, he's still up there.
Building. Busy survives. Belize gets taken out early, but trade's going to come through as Zuki
There's
gets
Stooge.
the refrag. STN already on Busy's body. Scallywags also resetting over just 1 room away.
They're gonna hear
so
that.
Close to trying to hunt down Stooge. Stooge is going to be able to survive as he kites the entirety of Scallywags away from STN and Busy.
Yeah, watching this now, Wally is getting close to cash out A. There's the DMAT. He's going to drop it down, and it looks like immediately Vaya was able to get in there and get the cash out started. It looks like Surgeon is the last person remaining, but this will be a perfect opening for the Scallywags to get on there and stick it. I'm not sure why they haven't done that yet, but there is the goo wall. He's trying to fortify his positioning, and there it goes. He's getting the steal, but immediately Vaya is here as well. They do get the steal. It does trade hands. The Scallywags are now sitting pretty with it, but they have to get it out of there. Vaya being chased down. Surgeon taking some shots off, immediately reloading his FAMAS, wants to go for this battle, but Spring Hour sadly went down in that battle, so he needs to get a res off, but he wants to go directly for the combat. I'm not sure this is the choice that I would make. There is the res. Now you've got your whole team back in there, and the chase is on. Looks like Zuki has been deleted so far, but he immediately gets res back up. Coined in by his team, or coined in, and now they are starting their approach. Here's the steal going off by Team Request. They're able
nice,
to
they got the steal. Wow.
Like Llama is now the only person remaining. He needs
Bro,
to
had like no time
He's
left.
being chased as he holds the totem of his teammate and gets deleted by Team Vaya.
Yeah, Retwist no longer in control here. We'll see which team is going to be able to find the right time to get the steal. As soon as Team Via is in, they are in control. But Team Envy, they're going to try to stall this out. Steal doesn't work out, though. Busy is going to go down. The Witch trade comes to fruition. And for Team Envy, they're chilling. The vault no longer available. It's just going to be this 18K everyone's fighting for. And for now, at the very least, we're going to be seeing Retwist come back at the action. 38 seconds on the clock. Quick opening there by STN. Gets spawns taken away just over the gap. We'll be watching to see Scallywags possibly make an entry, playing from underneath, but they know that Envy is close by watching. Envy does not care who gets this at the end of the day. They just want to make sure that they're playing for their own points. And as Zuki gets a trade onto Stooge early on,
this cash out has been canceled, being stolen like 4 different times in 10 seconds.
They don't want to be the first ones. They just want to make sure that nobody is able to hold on to this. And through the gas, through the chaos, through the bullets, Team Via retains control and earns second place under Team Envy.
Yeah, what a performance by Envy. They had some great holds. Their defenses are immaculate. You said it perfectly, that you don't have to be that first person to engage when you're controlling it, especially when it's been doubled, especially when it just ends up like this. But I really was impressed by their defensive side. So
all right,
it does pan out that they ended up in
Stooge is level 103. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Got second. So they definitely had a nice run for it. The Scallywags, sadly, I think ended up in fourth as well.
All right,
so
I have to
maybe
cave. I have to get
they are
food.
just finding their footing like we saw. Kind of,
I can't
think
suffer like
they're
this.
Not going to have enough points to climb out of anything higher than maybe 10th. But we have a couple more maps coming up, so we will see.
Yeah, I mean, already it's been the upset of upsets, right? Scallywags started on top of the world. We were hyping up a potential for a generational run-up by the team that is at the bottom of the group. But unfortunately, that was a one-hit wonder, as Scallywags have finished fourth twice now after that.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, good way to open the day. But I think if we're looking at stability, Team Envy very clearly has that figured out for now. Top 2, top 1. It's not a bad place to be.
Absolutely. But with that, we are going to start looking towards our new map, which will be Citadel.
They just have to specify that they're a team because they don't play like one.
We've only had it for a season, and we're only halfway through the season right
Police
now.
just said in the
still figuring out their strategy.
PROHUBS chat that he's 12 beers deep.
There is still some wild stuff to be discovered in this map and how to.
Because somebody said I thought Belize was better than this, and he said 12 beers deep will do it to you.
So this might be
crazy.
A chance for the Scallywags to come back and show something wild that we haven't seen, just like we saw on Under Construction. But I am curious to see which team will take it on Citadel.
Oh yeah, I love the timings on Nozomi. The opportunities for third parties are not as crazy here, just given the fact that you have a lot further you're going to have to rotate to get into those cash fights. But we're going to be already seeing it's Envy versus Scallywags over on Vault 1. It's Via versus Retwist on Vault 2. Hold on. Did I just see something crazy?
Stooge just picked.
In the X-ray there, potentially. We'll find out later. See, as Llama starts to make his engagement over towards Cafinio, are already going to get a bunch of SA-12-16 shots, passing back and forth.
Cafinio is low.
Already down to just the light and medium for Retwist.
All right, he's dead.
A lot of heavy lifting with this 9-3R. Spring Hour, last player remaining on Team Retwist, chases down Brendy.
How'd that kill him from that far? Oh my god. Oh, Brendy 1 HP. Oh my god.
To jump over and finish him off with that FAMAS.
Yeah, I mean, Team Retwist is quite a lineup. I'm glad that they went for that push with just 1 HP, maybe a little bit more. I think he started to heal up as he went for it, but definitely a very risky play that played out in their favor. Now they're going to get Cash Out B started with Vault 2, as it looks like the Scallywags have respawned, but I think that they want to go for Cash Out A, where they're still trying to figure it out, but here is the approach. Watching now as Zuki dashes off, waiting for his teammates. He might have heard somebody close to him. I think he heard STN. He is now crouching, trying to make as little noise as he can as he goes to the stairwell. The rest of his teammates are a
They called them the jolted joggers because their Auspus is laced with Fint.
It will be the perfect opening for them.
All right, bro.
This Cash Out is starting to tick down. It is more than a third.
Miss Cuddy. Oh wait, I have chats. Who be chat?
A very slow approach, trying to find anybody, trying to find any information. This is an information game, but boy, things have really slowed down.
No info. You're not gonna find anything. I mean, hey, what a better place to do this than over on the operations center, right? Nozomi Citadel, everything being full set for this Via theme, and on this research facility right up at the top, looking to see exactly if their research will pan out. Scallywags, we'll have to wait to see what the result of that engagement is later. So we're gonna cut over now. Look at Team Via trying to find Team Retwist, who's dropped their cash all the way to the bottom of the building.
The TFC Dream Team is dead? What are you talking about?
Kites the wrong direction directly into Caffeine, waiting in the alleyway for him. A 3-on-2 situation now as the rest of Via tries to rotate in and force the fight over towards the cash out. It's going to bring Spawns and Llama out of hiding, and the early damage is going to be favoring Team Via. Spawns and Llama half HP each because Brendy is brought back into the fray. We still do not have any motion.
You're teamless?
To effectively have control over this cash out.
What happened? You got tired of jogging Kai?
Up against Spawns, but Spring Hour and Caffeine both going to take a lot of damage in that engagement. Llama and Brendy still up. Brendy finds the paddles on the Spawns, but cash out still ticking down. He's going to be forcing Via into some very heavy anxiety territory. A nice dome over the top, but they can't block all that damage. Team Retwist, they're going to be able to get this cash out. Spring Hour going to try to finish the fight. Team Retwist, they're on top of the world here.
Yeah, I mean, a valiant effort by Team Via. I really thought they had that, especially watching Surginal as he was trying to dodge the incoming bullets by, you know, going up and down, but it didn't work out for them. They just weren't able to find more than one kill, and by the time that they had one, a res came off, and they just had to deal with the entire team. A little bit split up as well, and I don't think that worked in their favor. But moving over now, Vault 4 has spawned. Multiple teams are here. Some nice movement from STN, gets away from that bounce pad, gets into a little bit of cover as he moves over to cash out D. He's going to help his team, and Team Envy are going to get it started. Looks like a red barrel goes off. He knows that people are off to the side of them. He might even be telling the rest of the lobby just, hey, stay away. This is our cash out. But Team Via want to go for it immediately. Spring Hour very low already from that. Took a lot of damage on the approach.
STN down.
STN down. That is going to be a perfect opening, as it looks like Stu J is down as well. He's about half health. He needs to stay alive to get the res back up. There it is. But they can't get to STN, so they're going to have to wait for him to coin in as the rest of them just pop in there and just delete him. I guess that's what Team Envy does now. They just delete everybody that is coming up against them in quite a convincing fashion.
Oh, absolutely. That's why Scallywags decided, you know what, we're not going to even toy with it. We're going to head over to the other side. Cash Out C currently in their control. But for Team Via, they have a choice to make when they are on their way back. Either want a third party up against the Scallywags and Retwist, or take your chances on Envy, who have had ample time to set up. And Team Retwist, they actually opt out of the Scallywags fight here. Team Retwist have decided for them, it's going to be a lot better to, you know, take the cash away from the players currently sitting up on top. But Brandy looks for the moment to strike. Can't necessarily find a window of opportunity, but Spawns does through the window up the other floor. And Team Via, they've figured out the third parties happening on the Via side of the map. So they're going to head to their namesake, head on over. But as they do, Team Envy still retains control thanks to some well-timed drops. Pretty sure that was by Team Via, but off the side, STN gets taken away once again. Team Envy loses a player early on in the fight. Team Via losing Spring Hour as well is going to make this fight a lot harder for them, especially no cash-out manipulation in their favor. But see Busy drop down to get into the action. He does get a ton of damage off onto Team Retwist. Via, they back out of the fight entirely. But no, wait! As soon as I say that, Caffeine, he finds two! Team Retwist now down to just Brendy, who already used the paddles earlier in the fight, I believe. Team Envy on STN. Nowhere else to deem at the point, but he does still retain control from the top and takes control of Brendy's spinal cord from the back. It's going to be Envy in control on the Via side of the map.
I mean, they are sitting with 32K already. Envy seemed like they have really prepared for this play day.
Honestly, Ducky, it happens, bro.
They're doing some great
I mean,
plays,
every team
teamwork
we've ever been a part of winds up having something similar happen.
On the other
I mean,
side,
it's just kind of part of it.
Scallywags might
Low
be
key.
able to hold on to this cash out, but
The problem is, like, everybody, like us included, we always want. There's always somebody who doesn't want it as much as the other two, and then they wind up like Loki getting dogpiled or something, and then they leave. That's a lot of, at least my experience.
Brendy now spotting people out with the FAMAS. He's right in the middle of every.
Because it kind of turns into like you want 3 of yourself,
but they're starting their approach
or 3 people that want it as bad as yourself, and your second player might be the same way, and the third's like kind of wishy-washy. We're always short like 1 player for everything, any game we ever play. For the same reason.
There is the defib. They
Kind of happens.
Matt through the wall, and they're bringing the rest of the team here. But Team Via, did they just take the vault because they are running away?
I mean, if Team Via takes the vault, they're going to want to send it over to where Envy is. And, well, this is what is going down. But, well timed. They actually send the elevator all the way up to the top here. This building is going to be difficult. But, looks like Via somehow lost control of the vault somewhere along the way. Retwist, able to find their own plug on Cash Out B. As Cash Out A continues to go through, Via is just going to try to hold tight right now. They do have an opportunity to get signals, bring out a coin, and STN, he didn't even see Caffeinio. I don't think Caffeine actually had to leave. I don't know if they were going to see him.
Down.
Via is now wiped. That's going to be a long reset on that timer. I believe the call was going to say, hey, let's go third party B anyway. It doesn't matter. And, well, unfortunately for Caffeinio, he didn't know how safe he was under those stairs. Jump back over to see Cash Out B.
All right, I'm ordering food. I'm starving.
Retwist with Scallywags Rio. They're approaching fast.
Yep, I'm curious if the Scallywags can get one of these cash outs, if they can get the steal. Zuki has been doing great so far with the 93R. His whole team is here. They've made the call to go for A. This is going against Team Envy. This is a tough battle to go into, but Belize has an RPG. He is ready. They're in the stairwell, but I'm curious what they're doing. Have they decided to go for B instead? They are closer to it, but boy, their approach is so slow. Team Retwist is in control of it, but I'm not sure what they're doing. They're trying to find information, but it just looks like they're just sitting there. We're gonna move now as Team Via start.
Hello, Utopian. Matches are going good. Envy's kind of doing, I mean, playing well, honestly. Babylon was absolutely bananas. I mean, just honestly, I'd say go back and watch that map at some point because it's just crazy.
They do destroy the C4, and this steal
But
is going off.
it's going fine on the west.
But sadly, the DMAT drops it down.
No, I was sorry. I was trying to order food real quick because I thought I could make it through with a protein shake, and I was sadly mistaken. So now I got to figure out what the hell I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna like cook dinner obviously right now, and I'm gonna be here for a couple hours. So
trying to spot anybody out. We've got 13 seconds left, and I think Team Retwist are going to be able to hold on. They need to just buy themselves a few more seconds as Brittany goes down in that. STN tries to go for the steal, but there's not enough time. Team Retwist have been wiped, but they're going to get the cash.
Yeah, the information Scallywags was waiting for all the way over was the timing for the third party. Unfortunately, they should have spent more time at that research facility because they had researched probably in the wrong direction there. They waited all the way until the very end. There were very few audio cues that they could have used to figure out that timing. But at the moment they got in, sprayed down from the back by Llama and Brendy, and look at that, 10 kills on the board for Llama. But Team Retwist, 18 kills. We're looking to see Team Envy, though, with a 20 bomb. 100 points for that first place win, 20 points for the kills. And that is a huge first place there for Team Envy. And unfortunately for Team Via, finishing off in 4th place, definitely going to be hurting their bottom line for today. And after map 1, it matters a lot here.
Yeah, I think Team Via, it just seems like they're just falling apart on the approach. They try and go in. I see them doing really coordinated pushes, but they're just not getting the kills they need to buy that opening, and they sadly just get wiped, and they have to go reset. And we've just seen it time and time again. So maybe, guys, work on that approach, work on kind of how you're going in there, and maybe target just one person. Find that opening. Find that little way to get in there and win. Because I see so much coordination. It's like you guys are almost there. But looking at the rest of it, we have one more map, and that will be Las Vegas. I think this is a fan favorite, and Artie, you're shaking your head like you're quite excited.
Big fan of the NA Las Vegas meta. I mean, NA and EU play different, as we all know, but the differences are extremely highlighted on a map per map basis. I think Vegas has the widest gap. And now everything that I've seen so far from how Season 7 has adapted as far as the NA side of things goes, puts a lot of pressure on shotgun players on the Las Vegas side of things. We do still see a lot of 9-3 arm. I believe that for NA, nobody's straying away from the SA-12-16. Whereas in EU, you would expect to see a lot more. You'd see a lot more Shack 50s. You'd see a lot more just slightly different setups. I believe for NA, not only will we keep seeing the SA-12-16s, because I feel like NA heavies just don't know how to do anything else, but we might even see some changes up happening over to the medium side of things, where we've been seeing pikes all day long, FAMASas all day long. Hopefully get some extra action on something else over here. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'd love to see pikes. I think that they are perfect for this map. There's just a lot of open areas, and if you can really kind of hone in on that medium range gunplay as well, I think the pike is just such a perfect weapon for Las Vegas. But moving over, Team Envy still staying strong. They got the vault. They took it right out from underneath Team Retwist. They are being chased here, but I believe that they have bought themselves enough time to get it started. Cash Out B has been started by Team Envy. It looks like multiple teams are starting their approach. We move over to Spawns as he tries to spot them out. He pulls out the infuser, but not far enough to heal his teammates back up. He's healing Busy, and his teammates are going down. It looks like Llama taking some good damage as well. He's
Oh my god, STN, bro.
Down. They're making their approach on here. It looks like Team Envy are sitting pretty.
Oh yeah, I mean, STN and Stooge, just proper movement around the corners, right? I mean, Team Retwist, we saw Spawns there, sees STN going for the res. He can't get there in time. He dropped off the building already. Gonna jump over to the other side of things. And, well, in this barrage fight, it's going to be Scallywags engaging from the top. Via starting their kite a little bit too early here as they bounce off the point. Look to see if they get that opening damage onto Belize. Belize does take that damage, but right now, Zuki waiting for the opportunity to get the heals.
Focus on aiming, not actually hitting shots. What do you mean by that?
Their kite slowly starts.
Are they not one and the same?
Scallywags, early damage out.
Or do you mean like recoil control or something? I don't really know what you mean by that, in all honesty.
Via actually somehow able to withstand and overcome through a well-timed DMAT. Zuki gonna dive in, cancel out a couple bits of damage here. Spring and Signal, they're out. And now it's just down to the fight with 1 HP. Zuki,
oh my god, Zuki just fucking team wiped all of them. That's insane.
Oh my
I don't know what's going on, but Scallywags were like, you know what? Last day of the season, let's just, or play days, let's just lock in finally.
By himself. That takes some strategy, that takes some skill, but we're moving over to Cash Out B as it is wide out in the open.
If you focus on hitting shots, then you won't focus on aim. Are you talking like headshots?
Location, trying to pull it out. They have winch clawed it off into the side. They threw some goo down. Here comes Team Envy. It is jaw down at S.
I don't know. My aim, I've been playing FPSs for so long that my aim's just kind of like automatic.
Team Retwist are going to hold on to it. On the other side of things,
and it's usually a mixture of body and head. I don't really think like too deep about it unless they're on a head glitch.
Just sends it away, and the Scallywags are holding control of this. One of the members went down, and Team Via taking a lot of damage, having to go off into the corner, but it looks like the Scallywags are going to be able to buy themselves plenty of time as Team Retwist is here.
Who just got yoinked?
A nice little winch.
It's a stratosphere. Did you see that?
He did buy themselves enough time. Even though they get wiped, they get the cash.
I mean, hero plays by Zuki, and then again, just coming back into that where Scallywags, they had time to
fucking like locking in.
Macro on the stall. Yeah. I love it when you see a team set up. It's like, hey, we know they're gonna drop it. We're gonna sit on top of it and ride it down. They drop it with the DMAT. Hey, there's a jump pad underneath. Oh no, right? But hey, we're ready for this. It's fine. Winch up from the top. You don't know if it's going down. You don't know if it's going up. Either way, you're not staying on it. Great control and use of their extra time by Scallywags. Again, clutch up by Zuki there. See if they're going to be able to carry that moving forward. First time Scallywags have been in control of that first place position since the first map. See Retwist now fighting over towards the stage. See if Retwist versus Via is going to go the way we're all sort of expecting. But for now, see Spawns struggling to actually land hits on Team Via. Signal gets the opportunity to rotate all the way around the sidelines. He's going to stay alive, but Now the engagement is focused with Team Retwist onto Scallywags in the same building.
Yeah, there's a gateway set up by Spawns. He wants to get out of there, but it looks like he's
What's
the
up, Waltz?
remaining.
I'm
he
kind
is
of
the
like
totem
just
spirit.
locked
I
into the
love
game, but
that.
I'm also
That's a
like
great
waiting
play.
on my
Now
food to
he's
get
gonna
here.
Get the res off, and they're going to be right next.
I'm
to
solo
this
dolo
matchup. The hold held by the
today,
Scallywags.
unfortunately.
They're gonna get everybody up.
At least for
There
right now.
is the third res. Watching as also Team
I enjoyed your
Via
casting though in the EU matches,
or
Waltz.
below them. So potentially we'll see some third teaming going on.
You
But
and
sadly, what
Dianic?
just happened there?
Right,
Brendan
not-
got just
I think that's her name.
spotted out by Stooge, and he just gets deleted. Watching now as Belize takes a rocket close to him, throws a blueberry down, immediately being chased by Team Via.
Yeah, it was an
Out of
awesome
there.
broadcast.
Winchclaw pulls him out in
I mean,
the
I've said it. I'm like, I
Couldn't
think
stay
your
alive in
analysis
that
of
battle.
the game in
Surgeon
between
Scout
matches and
sticking
stuff is
around
just
with
so
a little bit of
like
help. Goes
thorough.
for a res on Cafaneo, brings his teammate back up. They have the opportunity to steal this because all of the Scallywags were deleted by Spring Hour. So Team Via
I mean,
sitting pretty.
It was such an aggressive push for Scallywags when they really needed to just play the time and play.
Who we
quick.
glazing?
I mean,
Oh,
Belize,
Chad just
I know
wakes up when
too
Waltz
much
joins.
time in the chat, maybe not enough in the game. We'll see what's gonna happen now. We look to see Envy start off strong with an opening pick on a retwist as they get caught over to the sidelines. Envy, they have a good view of what's happening here, where we get STN looking to the side, trying to get this pinch, but it's gonna be Llama. Goes down first thanks to Busy's perfect timing. Spawns though on the refrag, just down to a 1v1 now as he takes out Stooge as well. STN goes to the res.
Oh,
finds it,
damn,
finds
bro.
Final shots on a team retwist, and that is a very, very clean fight.
Waltz,
Yeah,
what predictions
Via's
do you have going to
they are in
playoffs?
fourth
Who
right
do
now,
you
but I'm
think
curious if they're able to hold on to this.
makes
This cash out
the
is
surprise
running
run,
down. Scallywags are
and
here.
who do you
The
think
circle, these are
absolutely
amazing
fumbles?
Shots off with that from Moss. He found one, and I'm curious if he can find another. They have bought themselves plenty of time. Cash out is almost done, and they are looking pretty as they've wiped the Scallywags on their push forward as well. So Spring Hour, now we move over to the other side of things where Team Retwist looks like he's struggling a little bit to get onto the Mega Dome. It's a bit of a jump, but Brindy is there now as well.
Locking in
As
is a good
with
way to find your
Amos,
baseline.
Cash Out B has been started.
My
It's
recommendation in the
sitting
finals is worry more about
27K, and it looks
beating
like they
people
are
with
right
your
at
like
18.
game
The
knowledge,
other vault has been
positioning,
tapped by Team
like
Via. I'm curious if we're
rotations.
gonna see a double or
Like
if
beat
they're
people
gonna
at the
try and
finals, not
separate
necessarily
this.
aiming.
It
You'll be
seems like
fine.
it would be the
You
move
can
for
get
maybe
really
Team
far in
Via
this
to
game by just
knock
outsmarting
off,
people
but Smoke has gone off on the point,
rather than
and
just
this
like
cash
raw
out
aim.
will get started momentarily.
Scallywags in a good spot here to try and steal it. They are, but it does stay in control of Team Via. Via going to be trying to take that gateway over. Very good idea to keep the gateway off of the vault in that position. They have a perfect.
Oof, that's
run
hard. I
out,
think
but
Rabble Rousers
no,
have a
there
good
are
shot,
some
and Via. I
Scallywags
can see
high
Ed
on their
potentially
tails.
crumbling earlier than
Speaking
people
of
expect.
which,
I'd be
we're gonna see
interested.
Cash Out B.
I always get excited when we switch from cash out to a final round because I think you just see every team just looks completely different.
Damage traded through is Busy goes down early on. We are going to be watching to see
Vatican looked great today. I thought they were very impressive.
There's Llama finds spawns too, but down here, where did Wally come from? Scallywags also going to be entering this fight. This Team Retwist trying to find stability. Brendy super low HP. Llama and Spawn's going to be able to come in and get involved. The steal not coming to fruition as Envy holds the stall out for just long enough. Brendy tries to drop into the right.
I know. I thought they were making the run. It's what, top? Is it top 8 the make uppers?
Still a little bit of time though. Teams take a little bit of a deep breath here. Small reset mid-fight. But for Team Envy, they have everything they need. The third party, they have control.
Yeah, okay.
They have every single bit of positioning and information to move through this.
Yeah, that lower pack
fights where they
group
want to
was
fight
really entertaining to watch today, actually.
sidelines. They are just going to be exiting this fight early on. The Wally is trapped in an early fight with Envy. They can't fully commit to leave to go fight Via just yet.
See, and that's what I mean. Like, there's just this confidence.
Right, only for playoffs, and then it's the
that
top
they're
6
able
actually
to move
qualify
away from
for
the cash out. They knew that they
champs,
spotted
right?
one of the Scallywags out, and they just got the kill. Now we're seeing them continue this approach. They want to get this cash out. This cash out is about halfway done. Looks
Oh,
Team
interesting. Nobody
Retwist
starts
are
some
able
lowers.
to go
Okay,
for the
cool.
steal to try to take it out from underneath Team Via, but Team Via are able to stall it for a little bit longer. There is 1/4 of this cash out left as Brendy gets the res off on Llama. They have their entire team here. They can bring this over. They can winch Claude into a better position, but they want to just go for it. Brandy dives directly.
Okay, that's
Somehow
right.
he's
Yeah, you do a
holding it.
buy
Can he
instead of
get
lower
this?
bracket.
It's going to be a last second, but no, they stop him. Looks like Team Via dived in there at the perfect moment, and they only have a few seconds left to stall this cash out for. One more approach from Stooge. Can he go for it? No, but the time is running out. There is no more opportunities for it to be stolen, but I say that as we look and Spawns is trying to go for it. Did he get it in time? Sadly, he did not.
He absolutely knew he didn't have time, but bro was sitting on that cash out for the love of the game. But it was
Well,
so
Envy woke up.
close at the end
I mean,
there.
like map 2 or 3.
Envy,
They woke
they
up.
were in lead by a
And it's kind of been
considerable
pretty
amount.
dominant, right, so far?
Right towards the end, it actually could have been gapped.
Yeah,
by,
they woke up
just
map
a
3,
few
and it's just
more
been dominant.
kills. I mean, I love when it comes that close, but once again, we just got Team Envy in a situation where they're able to hold control exactly where they need to, exactly with a timing that favors them in the face of all these third parties. And I think that Seoul was a good wake-up call for them to understand, hey, this group is going to be absolute chaos, but a great way to just sort of come back to form and figure out how to adapt to the chaos that is each group.
Absolutely. And that was a wonderful way to wrap up Group A. And honestly, watching Zuki pop off with that 3K was quite a highlight of this group for me. I definitely like his streams. He's one of the
I can't
most
believe that was
streaming
Group
people
1
in
already.
Twitch
Damn.
I've seen, so
That was a
go
quick
check him out
hour.
if you want to see how he's kind of popping off on kills like that. But with that said, that is going to wrap up Group A. Do you have any kind of final thoughts on this group? It seems like there was a little bit of a dominating force in there. The Scallywags definitely tried, but what are you thinking about what we just saw there?
I mean, Envy definitely ended their bad streak that they had last play day, and they really stepped up when they needed to most. But Scallywags, for being at the bottom of the group as far as points are concerned, they absolutely were the star of the show with
I will say,
incredible just hero plays,
if I were running a team or trying to, like you were attempting, Ducky, maybe a good idea is to have a day where everybody changes role, but like you try to win. Like you lock in playing at like the level that you want to be at, but you're playing different roles, because I think it gives everybody a good sense of like what is and isn't possible. Like playing the finals, right? Like I came in, Cody immediately jumped to light, I jumped to medium, and I was like, all right, why are you not getting a million kills? Or why am I getting the same amount of kills? And then we'll like flip-flop and realize where the limitations lie. But I mean, that also comes from like, I used to play a lot of Overwatch, and there were times where I would be in like a 5-stack squad and couldn't understand why like my healer was struggling to heal me up as tank, and then I realized I was like overly aping, because I'd be like around the corner breaking line of sight from my Ana or something. So, but if like only one person plays does that exercise, it doesn't really help much. It's like everybody has to do it and you try running your strats that you normally run. It also helps you find flaws in that strat. Chat, I'm gonna go be right back real quick. Give me 1 second. My bad. Did Utopian just drop like a random music like buzzword and then just say make it happen? That's crazy, bro. Wow. Who like? Well, you know, since Cody's not here, why don't we go ahead and do the word order? All right, chat. I'm gonna ult. For those of you who haven't seen this, this is the best starter word. I don't normally do it because I think it's low-key cheese, but a do is dirty. Gets you 4 out of 5 vowels. Light word. Oh wait, there's no D. What the freak?
What's up, everybody?
I know.
Welcome back to Pro League.
Never mind.
It is
We'll come back to that.
day 6 of our play day.
Laugh.
Video,
All right.
And that means
Right here.
after today, the teams will be fully seated and ready to go for playoffs coming up just
All right,
next
there's an
week,
H
starting on August
somewhere.
2nd on Saturday. Mark your calendars for that. But Rio, you had an insane Group A. What have we got cooking for Group B?
Well, Group B is also quite a good mix. We have Team Ed, the Rabble Rousers, and Team Refined and the Nether. One thing to note is Team Refined will have a sub. Uni will not be playing today, and we have Morifix, who has just joined their roster. So
Wait, no Uni
we'll
today?
see how
Oh,
they play
interesting.
together, because Team Refined is a pretty good team. So adding a new person into the mix this late I'm curious to see, can they stay in control? Right now, they're sitting at third, but I'm curious to see if they can hold on to that. Our first map will be on Seoul, and
Nether
honestly, I'm
logo is
quite excited
cursed.
to see
You don't
how
like
these
it?
teams
Come on.
perform in the under construction variant.
Same here. I mean,
That's
while my
cursed, but
brow
not
was
the Long John
already to be
Silvers.
roused, I gotta say, Team Ed is a pro league favorite, right? A pro hubs favorite here in the chat. Also, we've seen some surprise performances from Team Nether, but still setting all the way towards the bottom of the scoreboard. They have a lot to prove, but hey, if Scallywags can do it, I think the Nether can as well. And yeah,
Oh,
talking
and
about
Team
Team
Ed's full
Refined,
strength with
I was
no
able to
normalized
watch,
back. Oh boy.
Grem's stream earlier, and Grem
Put respect on my man John's name. I'm saying.
trying to figure out the
They had
communication
Long John
between
Silvers as their
them.
logo.
Pacing
I
is
thought you'd like
starting
that.
out here medium. A lot of pacing differences come through, but Lasagna, he's just going to be able to tap. I believe Lasagna on the LH1. First time I've seen the LH1 all season, actually. As, well, Team Refine's going to be nailing these shots onto Team Ed. Team Ed, they withstand, they overcome, and even though they're not in control of this vault yet, I think they're right where they want to be, Rio.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of cool to see Lamp kind of hitting the railing on the stairwell. He's making sure that his shots are not going to get intercepted by anything if somebody decides to push him. They've set up pretty well. They're all here. They're ready to go for A. I'm not sure who is in control of the vault just yet.
Who's running LH1?
Information. Team Ed knows that everything's about to be here. There is a quick pad bringing his teammate all the way over to the other side of things. It looks like they're going now for cash out B. They want to dive directly onto this. Immediately Refine gets it plugged, but spotting the pike out from Normalize, he is in a perfect position to deal some damage, rain some hellfire from above. He's trying to spot them out, but the trees are doing a great job of protecting
Oh,
them.
Morphix is a
Very
bullet.
low in that battle, but he's trying to stay alive.
Oh my god, he can't find him.
These trees are doing work today.
He can't find
This is
him.
where something like a grenade can just drop them and buy you a little bit of coverage, but I'm seeing as now Normalize wants to bring the fight directly to them. Maybe he's a little bit frustrated. There's the pike trying to get some shots off, but the bounces are going off as well. That cash out is being moved, Artie.
Yeah, I mean, Refine tried to get an early pick by staying Lasagna in, but unfortunately, Lasagna met his early demise, which has allowed this nice little push up from Team Ed. They are staying perfectly coalesced as a team. Now, as of this moment, Lasagna has a long way back to go, so want to finish this fight under Grem as soon as possible before Lasagna can get involved. Lasagna currently on his way in, but that's why we're going to be sending graduating way around the corner. Make sure that they're going to stay in control if anybody tries to push out from this building. Refine no longer in control of the cash out, also no longer in control of that outdoor courtyard area. I have to try to combine over here for a way in. Lasagna has already been spotted out, but it's going to be Grem who goes for a really early winch here, manages to just fully take Team Ed by surprise. Normalize with a fantastic early res though. The Lamp no longer there to save.
Oh wow,
Graduating
Gremliners go
to
crazy.
Normalize does what he can to try to escape. The D-mats are working.
Oh
but
no.
Morphix is working.
Wait, he gets
against him.
out.
But wait, Normalize, he took
No.
out
Oh wait, no,
Grem.
he doesn't. Never
He's
mind.
not going to be able to finish it off. Morphix coming in for the clutch, and Team Refine, they can thank their new player for the day for winning that fight and winning their first cash.
I think Team Ed just completely got caught off guard, and that just threw them. They were scrambling there, and Team Refine took advantage of that chaos. You love to see it moving over. It seems like the rabble-rousers are in control of Cash Out A. They're also set up on top of that crane. They've got the height advantage. They do have to fall off of it, but this Cash Out is running down. It has maybe a sliver left. We're talking 10 seconds. Somebody is going to have to dive on it if they want. Noose is trying to get close.
Oh, nice clean up.
93R gets Varian down, tries to go for the elbow, but sadly gets pushed, and the Rabble Rousers will take control of this cash out, or hold control, I should say. Moving over as Gremlin is being chased down, pulls out an RPG. The rest of his teammate is here, but they're not spotting out anybody just yet. Rabble Rousers being pushed. One of them went down. Slothy now second member. Can he run away? He does. Varian gets deleted in that, all on Mr. Derp as he's trying to get a res off, but immediately he goes into the battle, and there go the Rabble Rousers.
Wow, I mean, this is once again Team Refine. It costs them everything to win those fights, but at the end of the day, all you need is one player left standing. And towering over the rest of the trophies, we're going to see Team Ed take Vault 3 of the Cash Out C on the hospital. And Team Refine, they're not giving them any prep time to set up. They know that once that cache is plugged, that Team Ed is going to be heavy at work trying to delete the bridge and take out any of those modes of transport. So Refine has limited moment of opportunity to get in and involved while there's still
Why is Lasagna on LH1?
rats. But even through that, Lasagna comes in, gets removed by Normalize. Grem, the dome hits, but it's not going to be enough to withstand Normalize's shots. Absolutely incredible stuff for Team Ed.
You thought it was Fortune, but we're on peak again. Unfortunately, you thought you were on peak, and now we're not.
Team Nether is in control of this one. Noose is trying to
Holy
run
movement.
in there, maybe stall this steal. They are
Wait,
able
bro.
to pull them off of it. He's
Bro
getting some
slide
shots
jumped
off
over the
line.
goo wall. That was
They are
crazy.
Getting that kill on Derp, but he has to jump out of there because he's low. Pulls out the infuser, but decides to pull out his gun again and trying to find the next shots off. Looks like he is now surviving with Barbarous on just 1 bar of HP. Sadly, there goes Barbarous. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get this. It looks like Ricardo was able to coin back into this. Now Noose takes a gateway to get a little bit of a height advantage, maybe buy his team some time to get that other coin to bring them in. The rabble-rousers were able to get in there and get the steal, but they're immediately being pushed by Team Refine. Gremlin on the hunt, trying to find somebody out. He does bring Derp down. It is not looking good as the rabble-rousers are completely wiped in this push. Looks like multiple teams are
It's
wanting this
interiors?
cash out, but nobody's stolen it.
What?
The rabble-rousers are still holding on because multiple teams
Not
are
really.
here. The Nether trying to stay alive.
I don't think it's
just
that similar.
Barbarous, and here comes the steal from Refine. There's a dome shield, but immediately it gets taken down from above by the remaining member of the Nether.
Winch gonna be coming through, and unfortunately doesn't quite hit where it needs to, but they've got more than enough goo to, well, try to withstand the bullets. Barbarous is raining down from the top, but here comes Team Ed. Hey, when you've got full control of that hospital, you know that you could just dive on into third party. They're gonna take this space to do just that. Lamp really low on HP, taking some unworthy shots from the sidelines there. But I mean, for Team Refine, this is super unfortunate. They had every opportunity, but one missed winch led to them not getting this cash. And now as all 4 teams condense to fight over at the apartments, we see Team Ed actually do what they can to try to see if they can get a cheeky steal in here as well. Team Refine also not letting that happen. Grem doing what he can to res his teammates, but for now, it's going to be rabble-rousers that have retained control over this. And somehow with the steal coming in from the rabble-rousers, this is just not what I was anticipating, as the Nether had every opportunity, Refine had every opportunity, and Team Ed, they closed the timing to just finish it off for everybody.
Absolutely. Refined is now setting up. They got their teammate back up, and we're going to see them clash likely with Team Ed. Seems like behind them, rabble-rousers are not far, but they are going to get the tap on cash on Vault 6. There it goes, and looks like B has just been plugged by Team Ed. If they get this, this will propel them towards first, but I'm curious as this all pans out because the rabble-rousers
I'm curious to know how many kills
K.
Lasagna has with its LH1 right now.
Starts to make his approach as Knight has the LH1 in hand, trying to spot somebody out. They are clashing directly with Team Ed, pulling out the infuser, getting some shots off on them, but now trying to get somebody off in the stairwell. There's the dome shield. Lamp has been deleted. It is all down to Normalize and Graduating to stay in control of this, possibly get Lamp back up into the battle. But oh my god, the entire building is collapsing around them. Looks like Graduating got out of there, but now the Nether are here as well. Everybody wants this cash. Everybody wants to get in control, but everybody is just being deleted.
You got pics in the back.
Right.
I mean, it's just so hard to make progress when everybody is getting involved like this. But for the Nether, Barbarous
Barbarous is literally doing it all right now.
The corner. Wait a second.
Oh, nah.
Just long enough. Grem getting caught out there. This is
Fall asleep on stream, you'll dream about this awesome map. That's a nightmare for me.
Cash out at this moment. They're just fighting for the opportunity to fight for Team Ed's cash out. Cash B sitting all the way on the outside there of the data center. It's going to be really difficult to get involved here. They have to go for the winch. They have to go for the dome. Pull it somewhere where they can fight. But already, you're getting shot in the back from another team that's not even in control. Normalize finds an early pick onto Noose here, but Lamp and Graduating ready to clap in if the Nether tries to overextend a little bit too much. Team Refined already gone. They have left this engagement, and they know that they have more than enough time to try to, well, rouse the rabbles up towards the top. They head over to the construction site. Rio, I think this is going to be their last chance at finishing top 2 here.
I agree, as here comes the push. Team Refined pull it out. That was a perfect DMAT, but sadly the gas popped off and they aren't able to get in there. The rabble rousers are sitting pretty, holding control of
What'd you
this.
do? Go watch the VOD of Aya?
Is here. This is 4 teams all trying to stay on it.
Oh my god.
Perfect's getting 1 kill, 2 kills. Can he spot the 3rd one out? The steal is trying to happen, and somehow the Nether have gotten in there. They got the cash. Can they maintain
They have
it
time.
for a few more seconds? Everybody's diving on this.
They have
point.
time.
It's not going to matter because the timing is not going to
They have
go in
time.
anybody's favor. Team Refined is trying to steal.
Oh, he
but
got
they're
off.
Not going to have enough time.
Damn.
What just happened at the end there? The Nether were able to get
You
in
tap
there,
that
and
with like
honestly, they deserve
7-8 seconds, because this is 7 seconds for steal. So if you tap that with 7 seconds, you do not let go of that button no matter what. You either die holding it or you get the steal.
Where they had the perfect timing on the third party. They could not activate on it. And then this time, you know what? We're just going to go for it. Straight up, go for the steal, lock it in, and that earned them a 3rd place finish. And Team Refined, after some incredible performances in the opening, I mean, especially when we saw Morphix and Grem clutch 2 really early fights, to see them finish 4th place here shows just how much of a bloodbath Group B is going to be.
Yeah, that is a wonderful way to start this off. And honestly, I just was impressed by every team there. The Rabble Rousers had great control. Its team Ed were just dominating force in there in all of their battles. This is turning into more of a like defensive situation because we're seeing so many 3rd parties and even 4th parties. So it's kind of finding that distance. It's finding that playing range. And I'm just impressed at well.
All right, Cret.
Team
Good night,
Ed
brother.
And the Rabble Rousers are doing in the first map.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been saying that anytime you get 2 really powered teams in a lobby with 2 teams that are somewhat towards the bottom of the leaderboard, somewhat underrated, that's the moment where those 2 teams need to figure out whether or not they're playing just full 3rd parties, full doubles, full troll, or if you're gonna just play a normal game in the finals. And I mean, Group A, very first map, this is what we saw. This time around, that's not what we saw, but we saw everybody trading.
All right, let's check it on scores.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Against. And that's what I love about Soul under construction is that it's just close enough. Everything is in range to where you could choose to disengage and take another fight somewhere else. But
I guess that was only map 1. So Team Ed picking up first, 12 kills. Rabble Rousers 2nd place with 14. Nether 3rd place 11, and then Refine 4th with 26, which is pretty surprising that they got 4th in all honesty. Refine is missing Uni, which is pretty crazy. My dog just got the zoomies. It's crazy.
Well, I'm hoping to see the Team Nether. They've learned what they need to do now.
Yeah, and we are getting started on Bernal. We did not see this in Group A, so it's always fun to see. Bernal is a very unique map, but we're immediately getting into it. 2 teams are spawned on rooftops opposing each other for Vault 2.
Slothy's stuck? What is happening?
Slothy has made an approach. He's staying a little bit below it. He now heard the rest of the Nether are there, and he decides to
I guess he was scouting. That's interesting.
Now goes to height, trying to find somebody out. That 93R has some great damage. Also did a good glitch grenade as well, trying to spot somebody out from there. They're making their approach.
Okay, Derp and Varian are in there.
Browsers are starting to move onto them. They know this is their opportunity to get somebody down from the Nether.
Clean up on Ricardo, nice.
Derp gets a good kill with the SA shotgun. Tries to go for
Just
a
now.
but sadly gets intercepted by that stairwell, but he spots another one out. And
that's a wipe.
Deletes Noose right there, and all of the Nether will have to reconvene and find out what they did wrong there. Moving to the other side of things, looks like Team Ed is about to tap Vault 1.
Oh yeah, and already it's open and set on its way to cash out A. They're gonna have an early chance set up, but just as I say that, I see Rabble Rousers.
Why are they having a lamp run box? Where is?
They're concerned with their own vault.
Brad?
They're not gonna turn around and get involved in this fight. They're very much locked in here after what happened in the last map. So checking out the Nether right now. after coming back. This
They're gonna
is
demat this ceiling and
one
just
of the plays of all time. They're gonna demat, jump out, and try to catch this timing.
Okay.
And the
Oh, he
RPG
whiffed. He
does
whiffed the
not get
RPG.
enough
Unlucky.
damage out. Slothy will get chunked down a little bit by that FAMAS, but Slothy is gonna be able to. Well, he buys a little bit of time before the rest of his team gets in. He does go down in the end.
Uses a bullet, but he gets the kill.
For the over-rotation that was needed,
Wait, this is just
but the
falling
Rebel
apart.
Rousers
That just fell
quickly
apart for
deleted
them
it.
so
They're
bad. Oh my
such good
god.
pinch timing here. They're gonna be able to take cash out B on the feeder.
Yeah, that was a great approach. They really just turned into a steamroll and got everybody down from the rabble rousers. Moving to the other side of things, Normalize using that DMAT to get through the floor, regroup with his teammates, reload his pike, and go for this next push. They are in control of it, so they're trying to stop Refine from getting in there. It looks like Morphix is taking a little bit of damage. Grimler as well. Normalize trying to spot somebody out. He is running that pike, so he has to stay a little bit away from them. Going for the res, he gets Lamp back up in this. Did some good goo to buy himself some more space, but immediately gets stuck into it. Goes through a gateway to buy himself a little bit more time. They're still controlling this, but they have graduating down. Team Refined are trying to regroup in this. They get a res off, and they're starting their approach.
Oh my god, the winch.
Pulls one of them out of position, but I'm not sure he was.
But they don't capitalize on it.
Watching them now as Normalize goes.
Okay, they
down
get
for
normalized. Never
Lasagna,
mind.
And moving into it, they are going to try and go for the steal. They're watching as the cash out has been dropped. It is running down. The steal is being attempted. Watching as Graduating tries to get it. He did get a kill, and they're going to stall it for a little bit longer. But sadly, there is the rest of Team Ed that has gone down. Refined will have every opportunity to take this and get reset up.
Wow, I mean, Lasagna being able to just clutch out at the right moment, take out Grad was everything. But for Team Ed, the fact that they lost Grad early, and the moment that Grad was able to come back in, they couldn't stabilize because they lost Normalize immediately. It's just good pacing from Team Refine, and they were struggling in their scrims earlier today, trying to get more fix in the team. You know, I mean, no Hank J. Wimbledon, no Uni around to keep you up. But for now, Team Refine looks like they're doing pretty.
Oh, good
decent
glitch.
with
He's
this
in there.
Roster. We're looking to see Rabble Rousers. Sloth gets caught out early.
Oh,
and
nice.
The rest will get pinched in. Refine feeling locked and loaded, but shot in the back. Team Ed coming off that respawn. Refine
Just gets
a little
stuck.
bit caught on some obstacles here,
Oh, now
but
a Lamp sees
tries to
him.
get in, and he's also getting caught
Wait,
on all
Grimliners
the
gets
actions
us.
here. 1 HP and a
Oh,
dream.
never mind.
Get through, but it's Refine that goes out of the end there. Lamp just peeking his head through the door. Everyone was concerned with him. Nobody looked at normalizing Grad in the back.
Yeah, that was quite a battle. The battle over the boxes, but Team Ed ended up victorious. They're going to take this vault. They're going to bring it over to C. There's a gateway. There's a quick pad. And the light is going to just bring them over. Standing pretty, waiting for their opportunity to bring it on over. And there it goes. Nobody is near them. So they'll get this plug. They'll be able to set up. They'll have every opportunity.
Oh.
But I take it back because the Rabble Rousers are here. They're diving.
Never
right
mind,
on
Rabble
them.
Rousers
They're
are gonna
trying
contest
find
this,
some
and I
shots
think
off
get
of
the
pipe.
plug.
Have to go back in there now.
Yeah, they
He spots
did.
one of them out. He's getting some good shots off, but sadly, Normalize brings him down in that. It was Pike versus Pike, and Normalize took it away. Watching now as they try and run away. Lamp is very low, but I think he's getting healed back up by that infuser. Everybody is here wanting to get this cash. Refine trying to go for the steal. Gremlin trying to hold on. Everybody is just exploding
Oh,
around.
gas
The
line.
gas went off on the point. That is going to buy themselves
Rear.
a little bit of time.
Rio, these caches are so close. This is actually insane. They're only about 80 meters from one another. And as we can see,
Wait, Refiner bailing.
Nether is currently in control cash out D over on the small park sponsored by Dissun.
Your Refiner
But
bailing. They're gonna go
Refine,
Grief
they
Nether.
see this as their opportunity to strike. Rabble Rousers and Team Ed could be trading blows over on C. But for Team Refine,
Yeah, they're gonna take height
they
from
know that if they
Noose.
can get some early control over here, it's going to be a lot more stable for them here. As Normalize cleans up the Rabble Rousers on the other side.
And
of it.
now
Look at
Nether
and
retaking
Refine
height.
trying to figure
Oh
out
my
who's
god,
going
nice
first.
cleanup.
Trades are out, both lights taken away. Ricardo goes down, Barbarous finds the opportunity to res Nos. Morphix trying to get Lasagna back up as well. There you go, but that defib is going to put him out of position on the street where Barbarous can chunk his HP down to half. Off the defib, we won't have that.
They just
defib
wiped
yet, but it doesn't
instant.
matter.
Oh,
Rem,
okay.
he's
It's
gonna be in
because
position to
Ed's
finish
coming
off
over.
Nether, but it's
Oh
shot
boy.
across the way by Normalize. And well, Team Ed won't be
Never mind, he
engaging with
decided
this
to bail
cash
out.
very much. Team Ed is going to do what
Alright,
they
hit
can
the
to
steal.
try to hold soft control of that cash out while they finish their own. For now, the Rabble Rousers, they're trying to see if they can punish that. Normalize on their way back. But right now, the Steel just going to try to bait Normalize to come back into the fight.
Hey, Slothy getting some
That's a
damage
great
in.
play. Glitch grenade going off as well. Everybody is just diving directly on this point, but sadly is now down.
Wait, yeah, they're gonna punish Ed here for overextending.
Team Ed, they might lose this cash out as the Steel is going off by the Rabble Rousers. They're holding it. I think they have it. The Infuser healing them back
Bro,
up.
what are we doing on Mesh Shield?
Ed deleted, and it looks like the Rabble Rousers will take this with nobody to contest it. These cash outs were incredibly close, and it looks like Team Refined are sitting pretty on their side as well. Looks like the Nether are wanting to engage with them just a little bit, but the timing is not going to work out as this cash out just has a sliver left on it. Looks like the C4 went off as well. They're chasing down the last two members of the Nether. Barbarous surviving with just half health. He might not survive much longer as well, but looks like Team Refined are turning their attention. They might not want this chase. They want to go for the next vault. But yeah, that was quite a good hold for both teams.
I mean, the thing is that started as Nether control and Ed control, and that ended with Rabble Rousers and Refined cashing out. Absolutely incredible pacing for both of those cash outs. As we lock in to see the next one, we see Rabble Rousers setting up early, but the Nether, they're going to go for another clutch timing play. Team Ed uncontested over towards cash out A. That's at least for now. Varian opens up on the Lasagna, remove the light from Team Refine. And for Team Refine, hey, you know what? We only got 2 minutes left in. Lasagna, you can use one of those fancy coins you got going. We're going to head over to Team Ed. But what is this that I'm seeing? Team Ed, they're already underway. The Nether possibly looking to go for the double here? No way, right?
Oh, no, I don't think they would do that. I think they're just waiting for their teammate to get
right?
back up. I don't think so. In that cash out is still pretty far away.
Okay.
It's getting
Rabble
close to
Rousers is
A.
scared.
And they want to go for it. An RPG goes off by Ricardo. He didn't really do a lot of damage, but he's on the hunt now, trying to chase down Mr. Derp. Mr. Derp gets away from him now.
Hey, Rabble Rousers get the plug at least.
Trying to regroup with his teammates, but they're all dead. So he needs to get out of there. The Rabble Rousers stole it.
They killed the Nether en route to the cash out, and Rabble Rousers stole it. Not only that, they were able to chase down Ricardo, finish him off early. Absolutely incredible. But Team Refine, they're also here and involved on the Cathedral, and Team Ed trying to withstand, but for now, it's going to be a little bit more difficult with Lamp taken out of the equation. Normalize almost able to finish off Grem, but even through all of this, Lamp has the opportunity to coin back in. Steal happening now. Normalize possibly going to be forced out of position here. He needs to drop now, unless they're just going to let this happen. They're going to let the steal happen.
Interesting that they let them flip that there. It's not. This is not an easy retake.
They're on the bottom in an unadvantageous position, but when they rotate out,
Actually, why are they leaving?
Yeah, that was a great.
Oh, I guess they're gonna play for the
I think
DMAT there, but
themselves a
yeah,
little
it's
bit of
just
time and a little bit of breathing room is the real play to have.
lose the DMAT back.
Now trying to goo themselves off. We see that dome shield. We see the glitch grenade. Goes
Yep,
off,
here's
which
Grimliners.
immediately
He's gonna
brings
get
all
clean
of
up
that
here.
down.
That was a
Sadly, Team
bad
Ed
play.
unable
I don't
to
understand
throw
what they were
anything
going
there.
for there.
What is going on? Team Refine just popped in there. They're able to hold on to it, but a steal is going off on the other side.
Team Ed didn't even
Nether
want that.
Are trying to dive directly on it. They are able to get the steal as well. This is just trading hands left and right as we're gonna finish up the map. But this is quite a way
Unbelievable.
to end it. Team Refined with 50K in the bank. Team Nether right behind them with 38K. What a weird Burnell match there, Artie.
I mean, I think this is the most hand swaps, ownership swaps in a single round. I would have to go and double check that, but I believe that every single cash out that got started was finished by another team, which is not something that happens very often in Pro League. But for Team Refine, that second set of cash outs they were able to overcome, and then that last one as well. I wasn't expecting Normalize and Grad to just let that steal happen. But when you lose your heavy, you lose that winch stall, and you lose the goo stall, there's just not much you can do, even with the high ground.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, that high ground, as soon as it's been stolen, you just have to either dive down there or, you know, wait for your team. And they obviously made the call to wait for your team. And that is what I would have done, in all honesty, because just diving in there with one person into three people, potentially two of you going in there, just doesn't seem like the smartest strategy. But hey, they're the pros, we're not. So they made the call. And yeah, I think that was quite a fun Bernal match. Our next one will be on Las Vegas. So we saw some good gameplay play from Group A. I'm curious if Group B can take it over. But even just going back to that last map, it seems like a lot of the teams are pretty even on kills. So this is a close group. I do like how competitive this is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, every single one of these matches just shows me how close it is. I mean, even just looking at the kills, right? The kills
Yeah.
alone usually aren't that much of an indicator of
Mhm.
how close a match could be because it's always about the strategy, it's always about the macro. But as far as team fights are concerned, these are winnable by every single player that gets
Yep.
involved. I mean, every team has had the opportunity to pop in for a trade. I believe every single team has won a team fight against every single other team in this group on both maps. So nothing stands out to me as like super extra crazy. But what I will say is, and somebody in chat pointed this out as well, is over the last 2 play days for NA, teams are just not scared of Team Ed like they used to be. You
Mhm.
watch play day number 1 in NA, Team Ed avoided like the plague. Nobody wanted to touch
Yep.
that. But nowadays it's, hey, we're close enough for a third party. Let's get in.
Yeah, and I think that is cool that we are seeing teams that like were potentially a really threat in the arena.
All right, do those scores in before this map loads?
You're not that
See.
scary to me. We're gonna go against you, and it is turning the tide for Team
All right, so we
Ed.
still have Refine
maybe
leading.
they'll
Oh,
be
because
able to
Ed
hold
finished
on
4th.
on
All right, there we go.
Vegas, but we are getting started with all of Group
Wow.
B. I am curious to see which way this will go because, as already said, any team has the potential to really end up in first on these maps.
Yeah, and especially on Vegas, we could see a lot of fun upsets. I'm curious to see if we've still got a Pike, or not a Pike, sorry, an LH1 in
Yeah.
the lobby if we're staying on that train, because that was surprising to see here. We're going to see Lasagna on the 9-3R, and for Team Refine, they've spotted out Team Ed. They know that vault is away, and an early bounce up into the winch to take out Normalize. Team Ed, no paddles remaining. Glitch gonna remove the dome early on, but Lamp stands the shots, and Grem just getting so much damage in the back that Lamp is able to capitalize on. Morphix.
Oh, damn.
I was about
Okay.
to say, Morphix escapes.
Oh my God.
But Lamp.
Okay, he must have heard him in that corner. My God, what a turn and what a kill. All of Team Refined have to go back to the drawing board as these vaults will get plugged into Cash Out A and momentarily into Cash Out A in just a second. But wow, yeah, what a wild turn. Team Ed is still a very strong team. There is a reason that they play like they do, but moving that Cash Out into the open, throwing some gas on it, I'm sure some C4 as well, it will make the approach that much harder for any of these other teams.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I mean, just hear Morphix just heavy breathing in the corner. But now we're gonna be jumping over to the Rabble Rousers. Oh, a missed winch here from Grem. But
Oof.
alright, H+ Diffuser.
Okay, never mind.
All those
Derp got
mistakes
punished.
really quickly. Morphix taking early damage, and Grem chunked out as well. But Rabble Rousers just down to Varian, stuck in the middle of a reload and throwing a blueberry on the
Okay.
ground. Lasagna could be able to find him out. Morphix as well. So now Team Refine, they have more than enough time to get the reset, get the steal, and set up over on the garage.
Yeah, this will be their perfect opportunity. On the other side of things, we see Team Ed are in control of Cash Out A. The Nether are making their dive on it. They have to get a little bit of more space, but as we pointed out earlier, it is way out in the open. This is a very exposed area, but look at this. Graduating is a little bit a ways away. He did just get spotted out in that stairwell. An RPG went off. I'm not sure how much it connected with him because it looks like they were able to stay away pretty much unscathed. Here comes the steal going off, but gas has been popped on point. They did try and throw some goo down, but sadly he got caught in it and it all dissolved around him. Graduating now looking for anybody on the Nether. He's ready to heal up Lamp if he gets into any combat. But look at this formation that they have right now. They're split up. They're not close to each other. They were really just trying to buy as much time as they can. Graduating immediately bringing his teammate back up with that infuser. It is so handy that the Nether are starting their approach. A lot of damage has happened in this arena. Ricardo trying to go off.
How'd that not
Sadly,
connect?
A little bit out of distance for that winch claw, but here is the push. They want to go for it. This is a nice
This is
little
not
cave that
good.
they've got here.
The C4 there, and they got line of sight on you. You're done for.
It. I don't think
Yep.
Ricardo is going to be able to get stopped, but Dadley, he got
Yeah, nah,
deleted
no
in
way.
that fight. The Nether are down, and Team Ed are just
That one was chalked.
fucking strong.
One goo grenade could have sealed that cave off and actually would have been the difference maker there. And I mean, it's just the util differences between NA and EU are so funny to me to see. But I mean, you know, I understand it. Can't get rid of your RPG at C4, but wow, I love seeing those opportunities just kind of swivel away when you watch. Hey, if I just had one goo, or hey, if there's one more piece of cover. But we jump now to our second set of vaults here on Las Vegas. Rabble Rousers taking early damage as Team Ed has the high ground up on the very top. They're going to be seeing Nether. They're going to be seeing Rabble Rousers. They're going to be hearing Refine on that respawn, on that vault. Now, you've seen that vault make its move, and they're taking that early positioning and early presence, try and be in control of Cash Out D right when they want to be.
Yep, Cash Out has just been started. Looks like Ricardo is immediately in the battle. There are 2 SA shotguns going at it. Which one will take it? And it looks like
no, dude, he crashed again.
I'm not sure. It looks like we might have another crash. Unfortunate timing.
Oh,
I'm not sure what's going on with that. But hey, the game is still going on because it is just the spectator slot that crashed. So I am not sure if Artie, you want to try and pull up another stream like last time, but we will get back into it as the production tries to go in the back end and fix this. So sorry guys, but Artie will pull up the perspective of one of the other players, and we'll give you kind of more of
dude, this patch is bad. There's just a lot of problems. I gotta say,
full eye contact.
like Waltz was gonna host a
Go ahead and watch
cash ball tournament tomorrow, and has to delay it because you can't start the lobby if there's a spectator. I guess a full lobby plus a spectator. It's really weird.
To see actually Team Nether has lost control of their cash out. Team Ed stole their cash out and cash out D. That is going to be a huge turning point in this match, especially as Team Ed already sitting up at the very top.
All right, do we think I can pull up one of their streams without getting ads? Probably not.
Refine spawns back in though. They're pushing to challenge instead over to the other side, the Rabble Rousers. Rabble Rousers currently, oh no, they have shifted back over. They're fighting Team Ed. Team Ed is about to get locked in on. Normalize going to go down early as Morphix hits some really well-timed.
All right, don't hit me with ads, Lamp. I'm begging you.
A heavy fight as Grem misses his winch, but still manages to take out Lamp with only 2 HP remaining.
All right, here we go. Jumping on board with Lamp. Oh my god, it never ends.
What a hotel.
Bro.
Freaking Trafalgar, bro.
Right? And only 250.
3 minutes of ads, bro. Oh my god. Okay, they're back in anyways. It's every single time. Thank God I didn't pay for sub this time.
Moving on, watching as we don't have the names. Some people have streamed.
Did Burrito crash again? Yeah, I think so.
Team Ed is in control. They've got 31.
But they got back in, which is just surprising me that they can even get back in on spectator.
Get their cash out, and we're gonna move towards these next vaults as they start to spawn.
It's so annoying too, because I'll go pull up a Twitch stream and then it'll be like I get 10 seconds and then 3 minutes of ads. I subbed the STN earlier and then
they went over there to grab them.
And then like by the time I refreshed the page to not have ads, it was back up on the PROHUBS stream. I was like, oops.
Has been tapped by the Nether, but they have all been deleted. So moving on, it looks like Team Refined are able to scoop that up, maybe get out of there without much damage. There's the DMAT through the wall. They are holding Vault 5. They're going to try and bring it over.
I can't understand why it puts on the like anonymous mode names for certain people. It's just such a weird bug. Like when they rejoin. Because they have Buzzy, Rule, Brave, Katana. Like, what is happening here?
100%. And for Team Ed, a very early gateway will allow them control of Cash Out B. But this Alpha Active building is getting collapsed in on by the Nether, who have actually a slightly better high ground control. But I'd like to see.
Oh, those are the people who have it enabled, but you can get around it in private match?
Trying to get those shots to the window.
Interesting.
Blue grenade as well to the top. This is actually huge, but Barbarous.
I guess private matches it doesn't.
Early damage here.
It doesn't care.
Nether, it's going to be Ricardo.
I mean, it makes sense.
A lot of value.
I didn't know that private matches got around that.
Long enough. Team Ed now trying to figure out their way in. Lamp actually makes a call. Hey, team, we're gonna go somewhere else now. And as
Still just a
Mobilize
really weird
graduated
bug.
and make their way over to cash out A early on, they will have to wait for Lamp to get in position to start this. He comes in from
Oh, I
bottom.
see.
And Rio looks like it's going to be a lot more difficult
Huh,
over here. Both
interesting.
Superfine and Rabble Rousers are involved.
Yep, I think that this is the opportunity for the Rabble Rousers to show us how good their defenses can be. But moving on, we see that the Nether are trying to hold on to their cash out. Multiple teams are starting their advance.
I'll be down to test that out sometime,
Let's
Waltz,
dive
if you want to try
directly
it.
on just yet. We're going to turn our attention to cash
Myth
out
bust
A,
it.
which, as we pointed out, is in control by the Rabble Rousers. If they can stall Team Ed here, it will bring them up to first place. So you definitely want them to be able to do that. But the steal might go off. It looks like they're wanting to drive directly into it. They blow up the C4 on the point. It does bring a lot of gas around them, but they're able to winch claw it off and throw away some goo to build up a fortress. The steal is going off right now. They're trying to hold in control, but a reverse winch pulls it out.
How did he
them,
winch
and
it
they are
under
gonna
him?
Have to scramble to find that again.
He's walled
Another
backwards.
steal is being attempted. They're trying to buy themselves more time with goo, but nobody is diving on it just yet. They might be able to have this, but sadly, looks like Slothy was able to get in there and just stop it.
No new
Rabble
Final
Rousers are
Central
looking good.
video for
One
the
more
new
steal attempt
update?
is trying
Nah.
to go off, but I think that they have this. It is all down to their heavy. Can he?
These
make
players got
it?
mad we wouldn't call
No,
it
they
TV.
stop him. The
That's
Rabble
crazy.
Rousers are looking good with a team wipe on Team Ed and getting some cash in their pocket.
I mean, just incredible stuff. Varian just dematting the only cover that Lamp had. But as we lock down that last cash out, it's gonna not be enough.
What's
to
up, Gio?
stop up that second
Yeah, we've kind of chilled on the like update patches. I mean, in all honesty, it's not that big of an update except for the LTM and like melee changes, but none of us play melee. So, but there's also so many other creators that are doing those that I think do a great job that I would honestly rather people who watch them.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at how close it is between Team Ed and the Nether.
No,
Nether had a
Waltz,
good
no.
performance today, but sadly, just weren't able to make it happen a little bit more on there. But on the other side of things, Team Ed, they're just popping off. Tons of kills, tons of really good gameplay, but really, it all turned out to be the Rabble Rousers. Not a ton of kills, especially for Mr. Derp, only like a little bit over 1,000 damage. So I am not sure how they pulled that off. Just buying themselves time, kiting, getting in control of the cash out. So just a really good performance for being halfway through Group B.
Yeah, I mean, still though, a pretty pivotal moment for the Rabble Rousers as that first place finish is actually going to more than double their score from the first two games. 117 points from the first two games, and let me just count them.
Yeah, how does it work for updates? They play on the latest patch. Yeah, they do.
12, 13,
I mean, they're just playing on the normal build of the game.
113
So
points for this one alone. So pretty
I will
much
say one big change with this patch is that
I mean, hey,
they've added the
it's all
ranked
about
rule
timing,
set
it's all
back
about
in.
macro, and like
But
I said, all these teams are able to trade blows pretty evenly. We haven't seen one team fight be too
they've
bad.
added the ranked
I
rule
was really
set
surprised to see
into
Team
private
Ed
matches.
not take full control
But
over that
it doesn't
last
make sense for
cash when
PROHUBS
they
to like
had
enable that
one
just for
team
one
worker
play day
going
because
for
this
it.
is the last play day before
Yes,
playoffs,
when
and they
push came
change
to shove, they just
mode
decided,
entirely for
you know what,
playoffs and Champ
let's
Series.
cut
It just
back out. We'll go for
doesn't
the
make sense.
Alphuz building instead.
But it is very exciting that's in. I think it's going to shake up the game
It's
a
a good
lot
pro
in the
show.
pro
I
scene
really was expecting
because
more
now
from
if a team wipes, there's a
Team Ed.
15% cash
I think they
penalty,
might have gotten
which
a
is
little comfortable
a
with
lot.
teams staying away from them, and
Um,
now they're
so yeah.
trying to scramble to figure
Massive
out
change.
how they can get back on top again. So we do have 2 more maps coming up with this group.
Yeah, I'll be
Two
curious to
that are
see at the
interesting
major
maps.
though if they play on a
One
like
might be Sis Horizon, which we haven't
commercial
seen
build
today.
or a
We
tournament build.
saw Sis Horizon earlier,
We did
didn't we?
with
That was
uh,
right after Soul.
Oh, you're right. For Group A, you are right.
Yep.
We did get to see Sis Horizon. So we will get to see it again. Sis Horizon is a very common
Oh,
map for
he
the
just texted me.
scene. Everybody kind of got used to it in the early days because there were no variations to it. So it's a very standard map that a lot of teams have some high skill ceilings on. So I'm quite excited to see this group go into it.
And if you're curious about just sort of the history of the meta of the finals, Sis Horizon was also one of the first maps that really teams started to get technical and started to work.
It'll be a
on
tournament
cash
build,
out
almost
manipulation.
100% W.
This was one of
I'm
the
assuming then
first
that's how it's
maps
going to have land support
for the
because
Wizard
I don't know if they would
Warriors
bake it into the game.
where you could use a jump pad to
Yeah.
bounce the
Somebody should
cash
ask a
out off
telco how that's
of
gonna work, because I'm still
the
curious
fire escape over
if it's just
towards
like
the
everybody's in the
office.
same room and they connect to
And
the same
there were just
server, or
so
if
many
it
good
like
moments
actually is
where
LAN.
teams just figured out, hey, we could drop an angle pad on like some goo on campus. We can get through it, especially because the introduction of the dematerializer at the
Yep.
same time that map came out. It just opened up so many opportunities. And for Sis Horizon, I think because teams have had so much time to practice cash out manipulation strategies on this map, that especially once that became the meta of just like winching stuff everywhere and just using goo and barriers to just put a lot of difficult objects between the other team and hold full control somewhere else. I
That's
think
kind of
this is what's
surprising,
the most fun to
honestly,
watch
that
in the
they're
league.
not truly
Yeah,
LAN.
it is definitely the highest skill ceiling of the entire maps out there. The cash out manipulations can be brutal. They can be dirty and just make it where it is an absolute uphill battle for all of these teams to push into. So it is all about control. It really turns into who gets into the cash out first, who can hold it, and who can set up the perfect defenses. We're going to get started on Sis Horizon.
Oh yeah, here we go. Sis Horizon, Vault 1 starting off with, well, Rabble Rousers and Ed taking a long-range fight here, and Normalize going to be able to get a lot of opening damage on the Variant, healed right back up by Sloth, graduating up at the top, holding that high ground, waiting to see if anybody is popping out, and Variant looks like he's setting up a play. Jump pad is down. They want to demat jump pad RPG, but I don't know where that hit's gonna come
Grad's
from.
getting ripped.
Graduating caught
Yep.
out early though by Variant is absolutely huge, but that RPG opener ended up putting Rabble Rousers in a bad spot as Lamp and Normalize were able to situate themselves in a good spot, take advantage of it. See Normalize take out Slothy on the trade. Normalize reses Grad to lose his life in the process. Lamp and Dirt both go out. It's just down to Grad versus Varian, but with an extra pair of defibs available for Rabble Rousers, it is going to be a much easier time. Wait a second. Grad, he hard stuck the res onto Normalize. Vault finally open. Varian gonna be holding the res on the Slothy. Team Ed, they're choosing to engage before that finishes off, but Rabble Rousers, they got the res off here. 2-on-3 situation, but high ground still controlled by Team Ed. Not gonna matter much if
God, Normalize
gets
with the
taken away
movement.
Early 1 HP, thanks to some well-placed movement. The Goovement, the
Bro was doing the thing.
Normalizes up.
He's doing the medium
Grad is
thing.
back down yet again, and Team Ed,
Nah,
they
bro.
got out of this fight early as Rabble Rousers win the campus vault.
Yeah, it seemed like Team Ed were just struggling to really kind of get their footing. They were kind of staggered a little bit, always had one person down, but they're going to have plenty of opportunities to figure out
that's
what
true.
they did wrong. As we move over to the other side of things, as Team Refine is holding on to this cash out. Seems like the Nether are right below them, wanting to push into this. Rez is going off by Gremlin. He's now back up into this battle. All of Refine is here. They're going to get healed up, and they are staying in control. The Nether has lost Moose in that battle, and immediately they're going to try and bring him back into it. They did get the defib off on him, but sadly, Morphix comes in there and is just deleting them. All of the Team Nether went down in that, and Refined are looking good on Sis Horizon for the start of this map.
I mean, hey, Sis Horizon, this is where we see all of these hero plays kind of live or die. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to see Team Refine hold such solid control over this from the top, just given the fact that they've been struggling earlier in the day. But right now, Team Ed, as they make their approach, it's going to really test Team Refine's new player more.
You think in Sweden, Waltz, they're gonna run? Do you think Embark has like servers in their offices? Because I'd imagine they're not using like Swedish servers for the EU region.
The Goo going to hold some positioning here, especially as Normalize sits on top, so you can ride it down at the D map, but it still gets knocked off of it anyway. As on top of the bookcase there, and for Team Refine, they have some brilliant opening damage. Graduating taken away early, not traded out just yet. Lamp has to also play for his life here, but Normalize gets caught out early too. Grem, the damage is going to be too much for Normalize. You know, Lamp got his HP back. He's going to be in a 1-on-3. Almost takes out Lasagna. Dome and Glitch going to try to provide him enough time to get the res. He can't stick it though. He's going to get collapsed in on, and that's Team Refine. Test passed.
Yeah, Refined are looking great. They were able to hold on to that. They stopped Team Ed dead in their tracks.
Just trying to
moving on
wallbang
down,
him?
this cash out over here is
What was that?
slowly ticking down. The Nether want to try and get on it, but it looks like gas was popped on the point in a perfect way to stall, as Barbarous is the last person remaining. Had to get out of there.
Probably comes down to how intensive the servers need to be to know if they can host it themselves. I mean, I'm sure they have to be.
Get some cash, as these
I
next
mean,
vaults have been
with how much
spawned.
destruction there is and stuff, they got to be really intense because they already have like server load problems on Kyoto, where when there's like high amounts of destruction. I'm pretty sure that's on like auto scaling servers with Google, I think. Is who they're using.
But honestly, not enough to really
So if they're using like an actual data center that they're managing, whether it's in their office or not, I don't. It's going to need to be beefy, to say the least.
Panes of glass. Looks like he's now dematting through the floor. He might know that the Nether.
And if they're using a local data center, there's also going to be the, I think, yeah, the Overwatch Championship Series going on. I don't know how that's going to work.
There's the gateway. They want to go through it. They get the setup, the quick bounce pad as well, so they will be able to get it over towards Cash Out C and get this started.
Beautiful motions, beautiful map control. They're able to avoid the Nether, but not for long, as now the Nether are in here. But Grem, hey, he was expecting some bit of resistance. He already takes out 2, just down to Nos, and 1 more pump from the SA-1216. I mean, honestly, what more were you expecting from Team Refined at this point? The way they were able to deal with Team Ed on that first point, we
Depends
kinda
on how
saw
it scales,
that
but I
one
think
coming
you're right.
over here.
Yeah.
But we also looking at Team Ed holding control as the Rabble Rousers try to get in their way a little bit. Rabble Rousers have a second attempt coming up now.
No, I agree.
Respawn very
I don't think a true lane environment would be possible for them.
high ground here, but immediately Sloth a little bit too fast, a little bit too spicy there, Rio. A good opening from Grad.
Absolutely, a great opening indeed, and these cash outs are ticking down. It looks like Team Ed might be able to hold on to this. We see they have the height advantage. We see that they're all set up. It looks like the approach is starting by the Rabble Rousers, but they spot them out almost immediately. They knew that they were going to be at that height. A blueberry's popped, trying to bring them back
I'm
up.
so hungry. Apparently, my food is almost here.
Find some shots off. Graduating goes down in that battle.
Oh, they're in my building. W.
Time to dive on it. They go directly into each other. Varian trying to find some shots off. Gets normalized down. It is down to just Lamp as he's trying to survive in this fight. He did get away for a brief moment, but I'm not sure this is going to be enough time for him to get somebody up. Graduating did come back into this battle, so this will be a great opportunity for them to try and stall for a few more seconds as the steal is going off. I'm not sure where Team Ed is. We see Varian looking for it. I think
What's
that
the
they have
freest
gotten
cash?
it. There's not going to be enough time
Really
for them to
ever.
steal
Well, I
it
guess
back.
Nether
Gas
got wiped.
popped off on the point, and what a great steal from the Rabble Rousers. Moving over to the other side of things, Cash Out C is ticking down as well. Refined are in control of it, but Team Ed want to go for it almost immediately. Dome Shield went down, but there is the steal, and they get pulled off of it. I'm not sure that they're going to have enough time. They are trying it one more time. The Infusers are healing everybody up, but Refined are able to stall for long enough, and they're going to get that cash as well.
Refined just deleted by Team Ed, but the moment the Team Ed actually
These days, it's
was able
all
to get
about
into a spot to steal,
targeted
Rabble
denials.
Rousers
I've noticed that. I think like
out.
teams are definitely trying to shove like Team Ed as far down as they can.
As well to figure out, all right, the timing will be.
I like
just
that,
enough
in my
for us to
opinion.
get here.
I know some people consider it
Team
like
Refined, Team
griefing, but
Rabble
I
Rousers really
think
on
it's
top of this
good strategy.
surprise
It comes with a
match.
pro
And
league.
for Team Refined, while they
You
do
know,
seem at the top
NFL
of the
teams are
world,
watching
there
film
is
on their
Rabble Rousers
enemies,
starting to get involved.
their
Looks like
opponents, I guess.
Refined is set up early on
So, makes
this
sense.
cash out here in the campus, and it looks like Nether, they've taken their vault well away from them. They spotted out Refined, and well, you know what? We don't want that campus spawn anyway. So, going to be Vault 6 now in contest. Fine here. Wait a second. Yeah, Refined is
Oh.
still here. Rabble Rousers. Just down
Did he
to
yoink?
Mr. Derp,
Did he
and
steal
Mr.
that cash
Derp
out?
gets the steal, gets
The plug?
He got
He
that
did. How did he
plug
steal
money.
that?
Absolutely incredible.
That was white. That was entertaining as hell. I mean, he pulled him directly out of there. They stopped the plug for just a right in front
How
of
did
him.
he
It was
even
fun to see
plug
him
it though? I
break
didn't
and
see him
die.
grab the
Moving
box
over
and plug
now,
it.
Graduating, healing his, bringing his teammate back up. They'll have every opportunity to go for it. There's plenty of time. There is some C4 on the point, but they're not going to worry about it because the team that put it hasn't spawned back in. There is the steal. Team Ed looking good. They're trying to go for a little bit of a height advantage now. Find some spots spots to set up because they know that they will be pushed likely by Team Refined. As Mr. Derp move over to the other side of things, we see Cash Out. A is very much out in the open, just like Artie was talking about. Tons of Cash Out manipulation, trying to make things just a little bit harder. Moving now, Mr. Derp trying to spot anybody out with that RPG. There it goes. Good RPG went off. Dome Shield and Winch Claw, but he pulled him out into a wall. Sad to see it. Throwing some C4 down, trying to blow it up. Buy themselves as much time as they can. Varian has gone down in this fight. Mr. Derp as well. It is all on Slothy to try and keep his team in this battle, but he is very exposed, and I think he's about to bite it from Ricardo, but no, he goes through a gateway.
I'm shocked Ricardo didn't take that gateway and just chase him.
Are in control of this cash out. Slothy gets healed back up, but his teammates are going to have to coin in. Here is Varian, and now it looks like Refined is here as well.
Refined's here.
Winch Clawed out into the open.
Here we go, third party.
Right now, Refined,
wait, Ed's getting involved here too. Look, Lamp's up top.
They tried to pinch at the right time, and they did. They're going to be able to get the steal. They want to go for as many kills as possible, though. Rabble Rousers are going to try and come up into that as well. Right now, Refined, they know
why did Lamp kill out Nether?
Kills. Team Ed, they're involved as well. They know that they're cash out as well and a way for them, but it's not going to be enough to set.
Lamp should have let Nether steal, right?
Right now, they're just feeding kills to the top two, and it was more.
I guess it wouldn't have come in first anyway, so it came in second. Maybe.
They probably still
no, I guess not.
Gotten first place anyway, even without that. But they wanted to just come in for the style points, get the steal, make sure that it's going to be more than just a $500 lead. I honestly didn't think they'd be able to hold on to that for as long as they did, but I mean, it's just so funny to me that the two teams at bottom place, even with the cash outs in their possession, it wouldn't have changed their positioning. They were stuck there from the beginning, but
I'll be right back, chat. I have to pick up food that was just delivered.
To win the kill race because they let Slothy escape. They're like, you know what? We'll just steal the cash out anyway.
Oh man, yeah, that was such a great performance. And you know what I just remembered is the fact that, you know, Morphix is a new player on Team Refine. Team Refine has been doing amazing so far, but you normally have Uni, and the team kind of works with Uni to kind of get all the kills, to kind of really dictate where they're going to play. But that has been thrown out the window, and Morphix has come in here with this Pyke, and I am amazed every time I see his positioning. He seems to have really good spots. He seems to know those angles and just those little cheeky positions that he can get in there, and it's really fun to see that. And just like Uni is such a force in the scene, and hey, they're doing great without him, so that says a ton about Team Refine.
I mean, it's just so funny to me for Team Refine how back and forth they are just in this lobby alone, where they start off with a last place finish, then they get first, then they get last, then they get first. And for Team Ed, they've just been sort of circling around this like really strong positioning all day, where they started off with a beautiful first point, then next match, last place. Team Refine just came through, won every fight, but it was honestly just sort of surprising in Sis Horizon to see Team Ed struggle against Team Refine as much as they were. But I mean, hey, Team Refine, when they're feeling good and they're hitting those shots, it's just working out. I mean, I'm still thinking about that very first fight that they had, right, on the Team Ed versus Team Refine, that first cash out of Sis Horizon. Wild macro from Team Refine to be able to read what Team Ed is doing with this new player.
Yeah, and I mean, Sis Horizon just being competitive as well. It was just a really good performance. And hey, you know, throwing that new person in there, scrimming with them, getting them used to it, it's working for them. But now the real challenge will be, can they take that energy? Can they continue it into Monaco, which has a ton of rooftop battles? And honestly, man, with the Pyke in play, I see it being a perfect hunting ground for this new player. So we will get started on Monaco momentarily.
Oh yeah, and I mean, especially once we're getting in on you know, some Pyke gameplay, we also might see the LH1 come through. We saw the LH1 earlier today. I'm kind of curious. We'll see it here. I feel like for Team Ed, they don't have anything specifically that they gotta come in and change, but they just need to start matching Team Refine's freak as far as making sure that they're not letting Refine get that early control. And even if they do, that you got to out-kite the kiters. But to see Rabble Rousers get early control over on Pocket Park. And for the other side of the map here, Team Refined taking some back shots, but it's Varian that goes down first. And Lasagna traded out immediately as well.
Wow, what a battle is already getting started here, and Slothy is just trying to pop off with that 93R. He gets 1 kill, but sadly, Mr. Derp is able to get in there and stop everybody else.
All right.
Morphix deleted as
Sorry,
well.
I'm back.
Mr. Derp goes for a res. Refined immediately wipes, so this might turn more towards the Rabble Rousers. Moving over to the other side of things, Team Ed looks like they're taking a lot of damage, trying to go and get in control of this other vault, but the Nether are here, and it is all down to just Ricardo. He did get away for long enough to heal back up, but I'm curious if what they're going to do. Are they going to wait for their teams to coin in? Or are they going to just concede to Team Ed and let them take the vault? Because it does look like that's what's happening. Ricardo taking a little bit of damage from one of the team members of Team Ed, so they did spot him out. Can he survive? But it looks like Graduating went down in that. Ricardo still staying in this battle. He's being chased, but the movement is
Just like chasing
insane.
down King Kong, bro.
Down with the dualies, but he is not able to bring him down just yet. This is just
why would you
time.
winch him?
Winchclaw pulls him out, and Ricardo, how are you still alive? What is going on? As Lamp makes the call to get out of there. Or not, I'm not sure. Is he going to go for this chase, or did they just let him go?
Nah, he gets the res here for sure.
I mean, I don't know.
How has nobody contested their cash out this whole time?
The Nether, like, you know, somehow.
All right, there they go.
come out
Refined's like
and,
moving over.
They will swing once, but that one is all you get. We're gonna leave. We're gonna come back later.
Waltz, I don't know if you're still here, but actually, question for you is, I know that Embark said there's the ranked rule set. I'm assuming that also means that it hides in the scoreboard if enemies are dead, right? Does that have the scoreboard rules as well?
Also gonna go down already
In private matches?
Down to just more and Lasagna. Brad gonna try to match that, taking a little bit of time to res, but hey, you know, they not only have to win this fight at Grandma's house, they have to get all the way into the park, but they've stumbled in the wrong direction. Grad able to take out a very unfortunate Barbarous there. Grad finds another one onto Lasagna. Refined, subject to just another runaway fight, where Morphix just can't make his way in. But this is huge from Team Ed. This is what we needed, where Team Refined just wasn't able to find an in. And
Ricardo just stays fighting 1v1s. Oh my god.
Refined over there. There's not even a cash out that you're able to contest. But once Noose and Barbers come back in, Rio, well, we'll see what they can do up against Team Ed.
Dude, why are they not
They're
coining?
staggering way too much. I would have probably just wiped myself and let my team come back as one unit. But hey, they're playing the way that they want, watching as Team Ed are just ticking down this cash out. Nobody really can get too close to them. And Graduating is now popping off with the M11. Fun to see it in his hands. Gateway there. The rest of the team is ready. They can get directly on this point if needed, but I don't think they have too much to worry about. But I say that, and here is all of Team Nether. They are definitely starting their approach. There is the Gateway RPG ready to go off. They blow up the C4. Can they stop this enough? Can they pull them off of it? I think they bought themselves just enough time, and Team Ed take the cash, but the battle still continues. The Nether are here. They're wanting to get some kills with Refiner here as well. There we go. There's that LH1. Can
Lasagna's back on the LH1.
Noose gets deleted in that battle. The Nether are down to just one person now. Ricardo, the last man remaining for multiple times. Can he pull something out of a hat? But no. Ricardo finally goes down, and the Nether will have to come back again.
World War VII at Grandma's House Park. Absolutely insane. Leaked Battlefield 6 gameplay out there. But we're looking at Rabble Rousers versus Team Ed already on the other side of Pocket Park. Here it's going to start with a very opportunistic cash out. Rabble Rousers, they are playing for this full long-range setup. This is going to be the best-case scenario for them. Team Ed, though, they are going to be a little bit stressed. They're caught in between a rock and a hard place, but as Vault 4 gets started, both the Rabble Rousers and the Nether are going to try to intercept it on its way to cash out C. This unfortunate situation where the wrong vault got plugged into the wrong cache might lead to a lot of headaches for every team that is not the Rabble Rousers.
Yeah, honestly, Cash Out D is so out in the open. There's so many places to set up for it where you can just see every line of, you can see a complete line directly to the point. So I think that nobody's really going to feel ballsy enough to go for a push onto D, but we are still watching it. So maybe a team will feel strong enough, but there are some pop shots going off from Lamp. They do get 2 people down, but it's not the team that they want to get. All of the rabble-rousers are still up, but a lot of battle is happening in this building off to the left here. Seems like all of Team Ed are wanting to go up against them, but the rabble-rousers are there. They're set up in between these buildings, ready to go for it. Varian trying to make a little move, getting closer, but boy, he got caught out by Normalize. That is a lethal place to be, and now it seems like they are getting pushed. It is all down to just Slothy. Can he survive long enough for his teammates to come back in here? I don't think so. Team Ed, I think, push their way through these defenses and are going to be able to go for the steal. There is a nice bounce pad from Slothy. He is the only person there. He's trying to stop them. Can he stop the steal?
Oh, no, it's not in time.
Looks like Team Ed have taken control.
The H+ was infusing, but here comes the Nether. They're going to try their attempt at the
What's up, Fanny?
And they're holding it out, and they are
What's going, man?
to grab that. The H+
Got some food that just got delivered. I'm gonna eat it during the break. I'm very excited. Kind of counting down the seconds at this point because I'm so hungry. But yeah, matches have been going well. It's kind of Refine and Ed trying to grief each other, I think. So
it's
insane.
No, it's Nether that holds on to it for longest once again.
What you been up to?
Figured out, hey, we can get a pretty decent timing on this. It's gonna work out. But for the rabble rousers, it's so unfortunate. I mean, Mr. Derp, he had the choice to go in for that fight and make sure that he could get those kills early, but I mean, it didn't end up paying dividends. And as Refine and Team Ed finish out this fight,
fan playing Peak. Hell yeah.
We're gonna get the next vault.
Honestly, I could be down to play that. I need to go to bed somewhat early. I am going to church for the first time in a long time tomorrow.
Decently far enough away from one another. We got the cathedral and the shopping district to choose from.
Absolutely, yeah, and it was hard.
It's not till 11. Maybe I'll even go to the 9.
I think Varian just pushed himself out and just overexposed himself, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out in their favor because they left scrambling at that moment. So maybe they'll have another opportunity to repeat.
Time to play with my brother. I'm sure.
Did, but Team Ed have tapped vault number 6 on the other side of things. The cathedral is a nice place.
All right, see you, Normalize.
Varian immediately spots out Normalize and gets him down. They take this vault. They're going to bring it over towards Cash Out C and get it started from here. The Rabble Rousers are in a good position, and on the other side of the map, the Nether have gotten theirs as well. So Cash Out is starting to tick down on this, but News gets deleted by Lamp. They're starting to push in there and trying to block as much damage as they can. Ricardo on the hunt, trying to hunt him down, but Lamp gets out of there. He's able to stay away by that mesh shield. It is cool to see it still being used. A res now going off from Barbarous gets his teammates back in there. They want to try and stay in control of this Cash Out, but they just got deleted as well. Things are really heating up, Artie.
I mean, every one of these teams has tried to change something up, and it just has not worked. The Nether, they are able to try to get in for a reset. Barbarous has no coins remaining, so this is necessary. For Team Refine, Graham going to go down early thanks to Grad's well-placed M11, but it's still the Nether that's in control of this cache. Everybody's fighting out on the Cathedral, but the Nether, they're just taking their time, like, hey, you know, I'm going to go res the teammate, going to go rotate back around, we'll let all this chaos happen, because that cache out's in the middle of nowhere. Team Ed has no winch to pull it back to position, and Team Refine, well, they're just losing every single fight that they find themselves getting into. But wait, as I say that, Grad Normalized, they're both going to go down. Lamp finds a finish onto Grem here. Double Deagles finally paying dividends, but for the Nether, they have all three players up. They have not been charged in, and now they're finally going to be taking a little bit of aggression to, well, to tell Team Ed this is their cash out. They burned it fair and square. Team Ed, 3 players all up and in the running for this, but that cash out is close enough where Team Ed has decided, you know what, Rio, they're going to head over to C.
Yep, C is running down. We've got 30 seconds left. The Rabble Rousers are in control of this. Can they maintain it? It is also a very open cash out, and it looks like Team Ed is here, though. They want to try and get it. We see the mines on point as well. It looks like gas has already been popped just a little bit, so this is going to be...
Why are Nether so far ahead? Holy.
Out, Team Ed has no way to winch claw out there, and it seems like the Rabble Rousers are just doing a perfect kite of this. They're stalling the Nether. They're stalling Team Ed, and it looks like they have done it. They're going to take 18K. It's going to bring them into second with the Nether getting first at 52K. What a wild group, Artie. This has been such a back and forth. So many steals, and what a great way to end it on Monaco.
I mean, every single team got a first place win at some point
Yeah.
in this group, and that is wild to me. But I mean, Team Refine,
All right.
once again, somehow finding themselves
That
in a
is group
position
2.
where
See where we're at.
they go from being one of the
Wow, Rabble
greatest
Rousers are
teams
actually
to do
was
it
leading the
to
group
bottom
before that map.
place.
So
And I mean, Morphix was putting in the work. Don't get me wrong. 12 kills, Grem
Yeah.
at 25
Grad at
kill points
14
for
and Morphix
Team
at
Refine
12.
is a wild thing to see. For Team Ed as well, I mean, they put in so much work there, but this is just Rabble Rousers and Nether's game to win here on Monaco in the Nether, pulling it out with just 8 kills to the team.
Yeah, I know. That
I mean,
was-
yeah, wild stuff.
Yeah, really unexpected, honestly. I mean, they just didn't get the kills, and I saw several times that Ricardo was the only person remaining, and he ended up hiding and letting his teams coin in, so they didn't have any coins left at the end as well. So just a really good performance, kind of maybe a fluke, but hey, I love to see it because that was cool to see every team get one first place. And I think, Artie, I think that was my favorite group so far. Everybody felt really competitive, and I think the data speaks for itself.
100%. I mean,
Who do we have after this?
Huge,
Take a look.
huge showing there as well from
Mapson?
Team Refined to like
Mm,
sometimes be
almost.
super goated
No,
and
not
then
in yet.
sometimes not do it. I mean, this is gonna be a super good VOD, especially going into the playoffs to figure
Ooh,
out.
fourth
okay,
party cash box.
why were
Okay.
we so dynamic. I mean, especially
These guys
when
at.
when put
Oh
it
yeah,
into,
that's literally the bottom
the
4 right now.
perspective that
Okay.
they have
So
Uze, they had more. Shout out to Gremlin for the
Man,
win. Speaking of Team
Steppers and
Refined,
Apor, I
but
think, run this
yeah,
lobby. I want to
crazy
see fourth party
all
perform.
around, but
It's
I also wanna
time.
say a huge
I don't
shout
want
out
any more
to
second
Chat.
places. I want first place out of them.
Subs that we gotta talk about.
Envy
thank you
cooked.
all for the
Yeah.
subs and the
Yeah.
bits.
Envy
Reminder,
cooked.
Every single
Envy
Twitch
cooked.
donation, every single bit, every
Refine
sub
and
goes into
Ed
the prize pool
were
for these players. A
kind of
huge
battling
shout
it
out
out
to
to
everybody
see
that
who
has
could
done
make
so.
the other one
Also,
lose,
a
it seemed
huge
like.
shout out to our sponsor Crash,
Yeah.
aka Broxton. Please follow him on Twitch. He is the VIA PR chief officer, and he is one of the biggest benefactors here at the ProHubs, and not only there, but just in the entire finals community. So huge shout out to everybody that is helping to keep the ProHubs community just alive and active, and to keep these players fighting for something big. But yeah, I mean, Rio, we've got one more group for the rest of the day. Before we send it to the break, is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think just stay tuned because if Group B was any indication of what Group C will be, it will be quite a battle coming up. So stay tuned.
All right, chat. I'm also gonna go to a break and I'm gonna eat real quick, and then yeah. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna play some music. Feel free to hang out, or if you head out. Thanks for watching so far. But we'll be back with Group C for 5 more matches, and then that's it. No more play day, and then we're in the playoffs next weekend, I think. So yeah. Anyways, I'll be right back.
It is just a single elimination. So
All
they
right,
want to
I'm
kind of fight
back.
for it. So
Well,
it's gonna
kind
be
of. I'm
already
gonna
some
turn off my
crazy
camera and
battles
finish
between
eating
these
real
groups
quick.
to see
But
who ends
stream's
up
back,
in
so
basically 8th place.
want to bring you guys that.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'll be right back.
and I mean, at the end of the day, looking at the scoreboard as it stands right now, the score lines between 7th place all the way down through 10th place are actually within 100 points, actually within
Okay.
60 points. And so for both Steppers and Ape Aura, just by playing the games, they are guaranteed to cross that gap. But fourth party Cashbox and Off Key, they do have a chance. And so for Off Key, 4 first place wins would actually offset everything. But that is,
Okay.
of course, a very tall mountain to climb. For fourth party Cashbox, the hill is a little bit more hikeable. 3 first place finishes, or just 2 first places and a couple of really high kill count second and thirds, would also help them cross that threshold. But remember, they are all fighting with one another, and so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here. But Ape Aura, if they have a couple bad games, they could get gapped by their fellow groupmates here.
Yeah, so this is what we mean. This is going to be really intense, and basically every kill, every cash out will matter as we get started on Soul Under Construction. Immediately we see Brutal, Logic, and fourth party Cashbox going on that God Zip, getting close to the first vault. They might get in contention with Off Key, as Off Key has tapped it. Nice damage off from that barrel, but it looks like Honor was able to get away from it and go, and he's going to heal back up. So Ape Aura has already lost somebody on the other side of things, but fourth party Cashbox with their team are just kind of setting up, ready to go for this vault and dive on it if they can find another opening. It does look like Team Mills took some damage there, but is immediately getting healed up by his teammates Infuser. Nobody's taken this vault just yet, but 2 teams are directly on top of each other.
Oh yeah, Off Key is getting involved here.
All right,
Epi,
let's go fourth party. They're so
close
due.
quarters there, but Team Mills
Okay.
does find the finish. Brutal Logic
They need what, 3 wins?
wiped
They're
away.
due. They can
Huge
make this happen.
H+ Infuser there as Team Off Key gets wiped out. The damage is not
Yeah,
being enough.
they're due. They got
And,
this.
I mean, hey,
I have
since
faith.
the very beginning of Season 7, we've known H+ Infuser is a big change in the game, and it's because of fights like that. We just love the Pro League just to be figuring out how to min-max all of these pieces of util. And speaking of min-maxing, Ape Aura, they have a great spot here to early engage and catch the vault before it hits the cash out here. Kip somehow almost survives,
wow,
but
Bimo
just
got
like I said,
ripped.
unfortunate. He's gonna be able to get the beam onto Bimo, who is in the middle of healing Udrakoni. Hashi gonna get taken away as well. No more heals for you. Udrakoni wiped out as the steppers have stepped.
What up, Harris?
Managed to survive the ambush.
Yeah, those are some great shots by Just Angel.
Tuned in just in time for the last group of the evening. They just kicked off. We're cheering on Fourth Party. They need like, I think 3 wins or like 2 wins and some high kill count second and third places to get out of lower bracket for playoffs, which they are due. They've had so many second place finishes this season that they're due. So
that wall as well, trying to find an opening. If he can spot one, this would be a great way to stop off key from their approach. And there it is that the opening? Sadly, he missed it, and now he is going against their heavy, and Honor was just able to bring him down. Epi also running that sword, sticking strong, trying to stay true to his plan, but Fourth Party Cashbox have all been wiped off.
Are we? Is this happening? We have a sword.
Yeah, he's been playing all season with it.
I love NA. I love NA.
Some days he pops off, some days it's a little more hard to watch, but that's okay. He's still one of the top players with the sword.
Unfortunate wipe to start it, and the steal. Cash out's like halfway.
Are in control of theirs on the other side of the
They looked good getting the plug and everything, and then they just kind of fell apart on defense.
Full, sword main. I feel like he's gonna be very happy with with this update as a whole.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, looking to see Steppers just maintain control. I like.
Oh, they're gonna blow up Udrakoni here.
Every single gadget out of
Aura. So yeah, actually.
Kip, he's just going wild with it. Ape Aura, they cannot catch a break.
Wait, somebody just fell off the map? I see that.
Back here to see off key. They are still in control. There's just gonna be Epi.
C4.
A singular sword. He's gonna try to dash through, heal through.
Oh, what a mess.
Wait, everyone said that fire on the goo did more than enough, and they actually had to give up their Fourth Party cash.
Damn, unlucky.
Off key, fantastic stall potential.
Yeah. Wow, they off-key are doing great. This is the team in last place, but they are sitting pretty in first right now. It does seem like the Steppers will be able to get their cash out. Nobody's over there as Vault 3 has spawned. I don't think they're able to get a tap on that just yet. The battle is still going on this rooftop, as it seems like more than one team is here. Fourth Party Cashbox trying to get out of there. Team Mills has lost one of his teammates, but he demats his other teammate through the wall, and now they're going to go on that bounce pad, go up to the suspended structure in the middle, and this is really quite getting interesting as Team Mills is popping some shots off. They get Marshy down. Offkey has lost their heavy. They're going to have to readjust and try and bring him back up, and it looks like Team Mills is on the hunt. He wants to fight.
Okay.
He wants to bring them down.
Good, Team Mills.
Honor down with the pike. Amazing gameplay, but Offkey was able to get a res in that. Team Mills going down.
And
in
then
this
they just
battle.
go down
Fourth
too
Party
instantly.
Cashbox is all down to just Zen Worldo, and the rest of his teammates are kind of licking their wounds.
Yeah, Zen Worldo is just
back
kind of
up, but it looks like
not with them. I don't know where he
Cash
was.
Out C will be plugged by the Steppers.
Yeah, I mean,
Now he's gonna get collapsed on by 2 teams. You have Epi and you also have Steppers there.
Steppers also on TNT Thursday. Shout out to H Squad, and Steppers were able to really step up.
That's just a
and
late wipe
figure
too.
out a lot of their timing issues that they were having earlier in the season. And for the Steppers right now, they're looking super good. Ape Aura, they are in control.
I know.
D over the data center. They're about to get jumped on by Offkey. And well, Epi, let's go ahead and see this sword, especially just given the fact that they were able to time that first cash out correctly. We know they can play defense. How's their offense looking? Looks like Marshy and Honor do take a lot of damage. Honor unable to survive. He's going to go out there. A double light not paying as many dividends as they would like, but he does find one. I got to hand it to Epi. He is putting that sword in places that Apor didn't even know they had places. But Apor
He gets caught in the smoke by Bimo.
And for Offkey, they have to readjust, especially no medium to get you in that fight anywhere else. It's difficult.
Yeah, just running 2 lights. We don't see it often, but hey, you know, they want to make it work in their own manner. But moving on, Brutal Logic, they want to go for this steal. They're directly on top of the Steppers. RPG going off. Brutal
Good
Logic
hook.
right in the face of Kip. Just deletes him with that shack. But sadly, Just Angel.
Hey, Team Mills gets the res here. Just
Angel.
Well, I can't even say it. It's just Angel. Left on point.
In a good position to get this steal going off. Team Mills looking through that.
They're back full strength though, Steppers is, so they got to win this fight now. And get third partied, bro, by off key.
They need to hold control for just a fourth of this cash out.
Here comes Steppers.
It seems like Epi is there with that sword. He wants to find a kill, throwing some goo down and some smoke as well. They drop it down to their level. Here comes the steal. The
This
heavy
is a good setup from off key, low key.
They might be able to get this right out from underneath them. Everybody's trying to dive directly on point. There's the sword getting a kill.
Nobody can stop it.
Did they get the steal? Oh my god, off key is holding on to this.
Off key just coming in at the right time and clutching it up. I mean, this is the best part about running the sword, is when you have the areas under control that best suit you, like the construction site. It is just too close quarters for teams to be able to deal with it, especially given the tighter dashing and the more consistent sword play that we have for this new update. It's super good for Epi because I feel like other teams just don't know how to play around it yet. We got BMO able to withstand a little bit of extra damage right now, but look at these shots coming through from Hashi, just holding out off key, but too little too late.
Fourth party cash box are cooked. They can't come back unless they double.
I
I think even if they double, they can't come back. I think it's literally cooked on this map party.
Fighting dirty here with Apora trying to withstand the damage.
Yeah, BMO, the last person remaining. He is Kip popping off. BMO trying to survive in the stairwell. Looks like the Steppers are getting challenged by another team. I think fourth party cash box is there. Kip trying to stay in this, going for a winch claw. Didn't get him, but he does track one person down. Tried to get some shots off with the SA, but unable to connect all.
Bro, sensitivity is crazy. Holy.
Last person remaining on Ape Aura.
Oh my god.
Back together, but Kip as well on the Steppers. All these teams are coining back in, but they're all on top of each other, as it looks like off key are just coming out of nowhere, and they have 32k. They're holding on to this cash as well as the other side of things, as fourth party cash box get their plug as well. So this is turning into quite the battle as Ape Aura are here. I'm not sure which way they'll go. They're getting in the battle with the Steppers. Seems like Kip has taken some damage, but right now all of these teams are basically on top of each other, and nobody's going for the vaults or the cash outs.
I mean, for fourth party cash box, the best case scenario. The fact they were able to get that plug money is huge, but for off key, it's all about to come crumbling. We see Ape Aura trying to figure out where they can take this strike from. I like this split positioning, keeping one light off, the other light's on, but oh no. Oh, nice jump early fight. Great opportunity, but there it is. A huge winch going the way of Ape Aura. Udrakoni putting that shack to work, but side damage and pinch damage coming through from Pure. Epi still looking to see if he can swipe in with that sword. Look at that, the chase down. Udrakoni looking to see where that sword is, but the smoke and the thermal from Epi not going to be able to be utilized if you're playing off of it. Epi dives off of the top. You're going to see Udrakoni hit another winch. Marshy deleted. Epi coming back up, but hey,
That goo's gonna become a problem with his mines potentially.
Be involved. No time to get those kills just yet. Off key have lost it. Ape Aura.
Epi just got two. Oh my god, Epi got two with a sword and a quick melee. That was crazy.
Aped onto that point, but it is all down to Udrakoni. He needs to stay alive and gets his teammates back into this battle. They have just a few seconds left before they can coin in, but he has taken some good damage on this. The other side of things, fourth party cash box
Yeah, puts him at
of this
32.
cash out. They're trying to buy themselves as much time as possible, and nobody really seems to be
they're gonna be a
going
third.
towards them, so maybe we should
Or
turn
no?
our attention towards cash out A, which just completed. Off key sitting strong with
Wait, they're gonna get second place. Okay, this isn't as bad as it could have been. They got really lucky that this was at a third place finish.
Having a mojito, this cash out's gonna run down. It's not gonna give them enough cash to surpass off key, but it will bring them into second place. Wow, off key have done it already. What is going on?
Off key playing off meta, but we said this at the top of the day that for off key, 4 first place finishes is all you need to actually cross that line and get enough points. But the thing is, they do still have to stave off.
They really are so due. Like fourth party cash box, I feel like I've just watched them get second place finishes all season.
Losing that cash out,
They are so close
into third place. I think that is one of the things that was really needed. I mean, both Steppers and Ape Aura, the top 2 teams of this group in the bottom, this is perfect for off key to be able to hold this. And I'm just saying, right, these players are all fantastic. We just watched this match in absolute awe. And I don't want to say that it's very apparent that these teams are towards the bottom of our leaderboard, but Rio, that certainly was one of the matches of all time.
It definitely was one of the matches of all times. But hey, I mean, this is what people want. People want an underdog story. People want to root
That's
for
a
somebody
console light. Which
like
one?
Off Key because, you know, if they come back and they're able to get out of last place and do something cool. I do also want to point out that with Epi running the sword, we got a nice little buff to him. What was that, 2 days ago? So it is quite cool to see. Maybe that is turning the tide.
Just
Maybe
Angel?
that's all they
Probably
needed.
might
He
be.
didn't go crazy with the kills. I think he got 5, but that's still impressive. And I really like their strategy as well. He runs a lot of smoke, and it is just constantly throwing it down. It does create a lot of chaos. We don't see smoke used heavily in Pro League, so I really appreciate their approach. It's a different approach. It's refreshing, and I kind of find it fun.
100%. I mean, again, like, it's so cool because in the Pro League, you don't often see melee weapons outside of, like, some dude that just loves the sledge or some dude that just loves the sword. But I mean, obviously, if you're, like, if you grind ranked all the time and if you're a real patch notes enjoyer, yeah, you know what the sword does. You know what it can do now. But to actually see it in a Pro League match where that little extra range on the dash is actually coming into play and to see, like, hey, this smoke is actually making it a lot harder for these players to play around, it's kind of funny. I mean, they were struggling with their offense at first, but when they get on defense, man, it is difficult to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to move over towards the new map, Citadel. As we mentioned before in some of the previous groups, that this is the new one. The strategies are still being developed for this one, and I am interested to see, honestly, how a sword performs on a map like this. There's a lot of open areas and a lot of places to kind of be caught out, so sword might be at a disadvantage here, but you know Epi is going to continue to run it. That dash and a sword, they still have 2 lights on off key, but we are getting started on Citadel.
Yo, JXS, thank you for the sub over on
There's
YouTube.
gonna be a lot of pressure put on just early vault flight wins, and for fourth party cash box, that's where they're trying to improve compared to last time. But Apora, they're pretty quick on those heals as that scoreboard gets filled up with all the colors of the rainbow. It's gonna be Apora that loses BMO first here. Fourth party cash box withstanding a little bit. Brutal Logic does end up going down in the end. T-Mills still alive, but Apora is gonna be able to get the reset here, and the vault on the other side of things. Steppers plug vault 2 into cash out B, and Apora, well, they're still just trying to see if they can survive with all the chaos that's going on. They want to make sure they get that plugged fast though, Rio.
Yeah, a nice little res.
I feel like it's a common trend for lights to be on at least controller, if not console in the Pro League. Is that crazy to say?
I'm curious if they're going to go for
I feel like a lot of the best lights are on controller. Is it? My guess is because it's dash. I feel like dash and shooting is easier to do on controller than it will be on mouse and key, kind of no matter what you do. So, like the aim assist helps out a lot. I've heard there's more aim assist on console. Yeah, I've heard there's more aim assist on console than there is on PC with controller, apparently. I think Stooge actually was saying that. Somebody was saying that. Was Stooge or Uni? I forget. Oh my god.
He did get a nice kill there, but can he survive? Can he get a 3? But no, Ape are there. They're ready to just stop him.
Or no, I said with might have been Uni.
Yeah, 2 teams have been wiped. We're gonna see them set up, lick their.
Oh, melee aim assist? That I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I mean I
just meant like aim assist. I think on console is stronger. Apparently, somebody said that in a stream I was watching. I can't remember who it is right now. But I think it was Uni or Stooge.
Set up against it. But you know what? It's gonna be all right as they come back in. You see off key. Look at how inserted Epi already is. The split again between Honor and Epi to try and make sure that when they get this pinch, it's going to be Honor trying to pull in a lot more of those crosshairs, especially as Marshy. Are we going to get taken away? Epi unable to get inserted in time. Honor now just going to try to dive the trophy, get the res here, but he's going to finish the damage. It's getting taken away. This is going to be
Talking about the Ash Shrine person? I'm not sure. Maybe.
Brings the trophy in for unfortunate to defib. And now Kip though gets taken away again. Unfortunate though, gonna be hitting a little bit more shots. He wins.
I don't remember. I don't remember who said it. I just remembered seeing it somewhere. It could have been in our Discord for all I know.
Marshy needs to try.
I thought it was
and
on the
capitalize
stream.
something. Looks like he's able to get the reload in, but can't get the reset in time. Even though the witch lands, unfortunate shots land a little
Yeah, I'll take the
harder.
frames over the increased aim assist. Absolutely.
Yeah, and watching
All day,
them
every day.
Trying to get a steal on fourth party cash box, but everybody is there from Ape Aura just to beam down. Bimo got some 2 good kills in that fight. He's now going for the res on his teammates. Cash looking pretty with Ape Aura and Stepper sitting on top. Seems like off key.
Fourth party
and
just
off
cannot
fourth
get it
party
figured
cash
out,
box
man.
Are struggling
Unlucky.
just a little bit to just find their footing in this map.
Sucks to
it
see.
could be the map, it could be just the new strategies, or it just could be they're just struggling a little bit, team comms or something else. But we're gonna watch as Bimo has the M11 in hand. He spots one of them out from the Steppers, dealt a ton of damage to. Unfortunate, but sadly he had to bail out of there. Kip chases him down and just deletes him on the return. Seems like the Steppers are grouping up and want to get ready for the rest of the teams to push into them. Ape Aura only remaining with Yujikoni, but he is getting shot in mid-air. He did bring Unfortunate down, but he's getting chased and Yujikoni gets deleted. The Steppers are there to step in formation. They get the vault.
All right,
They're
fourth
gonna
party
push over
facing off
there
against
as
off
well.
key.
So
Let's
it
go.
looks like both vaults are
Come on, boys.
Oh yeah, an
Or they
aerial
were.
SA-1216 fight was again not on the bingo card. I am not getting a single bingo today. But as it stands, going.
I guess
into
that's tech,
Miami,
lunge
this
tech
has
with the
already
box
been
to
a
run
lot
it
more than
quickly.
we had
Makes
planned
sense.
for, which is fantastic. So both of these are going to be, both these cash outs are going to be on the far right edge of the map. Operations Center and Cyber Cafe, meaning that at any time these teams could come and well, they could do the orange team thing. They can come in fourth party, each of these. We're going to be seeing Off Key right now getting involved with Ape Aura. Ape Aura trying to find their way in. Currently, Ape Aura is close enough to the cash out where, well, they could set the pace of the fight. But for Off Key, they're kiting in a way that will work best around Epi's sword. Back onto the fight. Both teams actually just swapped positions entirely. Marshy tries to winch it outside, but fortunately, not going to be in the best of positions, but at least it's out of the corner. Epi is looking to see if that smoke is going to allow him the opportunity to strike here. But for now, Ape Aura, they position themselves over the side. In
How
the
would you
corner.
rate the
Back
game's rotational
into
aim
it.
assist?
Marshy
I don't know
is
because
low.
I have
Epi
never played on
unable
controller in
to
this
get
game.
that
I thought
time
about doing
to
it for a
get
video though.
position. Now the smoke coming clutch here as he's gonna try to find his
I also
way.
haven't played
All they
Apex
do is just
on
send bullets
controller.
down this
The
hallway.
only game I play on
Finish
controller is
rush
COD,
off key. They don't even
besides
see him. They
like
know
Rocket
where
League or
range.
other games.
That's gonna be Ape Aura's cash out C. We'll jump over to see what's
But
happening. Cash out D.
I mean, COD's
Yeah,
rotational aim
Cash Out D
assist
looks
doesn't
like it's been
exist in
stolen
Black
by
Ops
the
6,
Steppers.
but
They now
in
are in
MW3 it
control.
was
Cash Out
ridiculous.
is about halfway there, but
It
all
was
of fourth party
absolutely
cash boxes here.
stupid.
Team Meals just got healed back up. Zin, Worldo, and the rest of them are making their approach. Brutal Logic, winch claws that out.
Go into
trying to
ranked
buy
play, you
themselves
load
a
up with the
little more space,
MCW,
but
and you
they
just
decide to go
spin
for
your
the
left
battle.
stick
They don't
around
wanna go for
the whole
steal
every
until they
fight and
know
you win.
everybody has
It's
been
just
deleted
actually
on
so
the
dumb.
Steppers, but they're having trouble just spotting somebody out. They go for a bounce pad, trying to get on top of them. This is a really good move.
But I would
Time,
imagine
not
this
in
game
their
is more
favor.
sticky than
RPG
COD
has gone
when it
up
comes
on
to
the
aim assist.
stairwell. Everybody from the Steppers
Just
is
from
here.
clips
They
I've
did
seen
dive
of people
directly
playing on
top of them.
controller,
Unfortunate went down. Kip went down.
I have the
Down
feeling
against
it's
Just
way
Angel.
more sticky on this
Zinroldo
game.
is down. Zinroldo is now the only person remainder. It is both.
And I've heard
lights
Apex
out.
is like
Can
basically
they
a cheat code with
survive?
controller.
Can they hold on to this?
So,
Cash out is running
no
down.
surprise there.
This is in the play of the Steppers. They're holding on. They just need to buy themselves a little more time. All the fourth party cash boxes here. Gas has gone off on the point. I'm not sure it's enough to stall them as one of the team members from the Steppers went down. Seeing some nice infuser going off, but they got him down in that. The Steppers staying strong, holding on to it, and deleting the last member from fourth party cash box.
Generational spawn for Unfortunate. Just the perfect angle of approach. Ape Aura as well finishing theirs earlier already with the vault, getting ready to start. But Steppers and Ape Aura are now battling for that first place position. Both matched up here in the 30Ks. See Ape Aura in control of the vault. They need to get an early gateway, which is going to start up. But for now, it's going to be Steppers that intercept on the other side of the gate. And they will get the plug here. Going to set them now in first place solidly. The Steppers, early damage. Going to be in their favor, but they can't finish Bimo. Oh, but Hashi can finish them off instead. Steppers, unfortunately, going to have to step away here. And Just Angel looking for his time to strike back in. Jump off the fourth party versus off key. And, well, Rio, Epi and friends need this.
They absolutely need it. Seeing
Oh,
some good movement
It's a
by
double. It's gonna be a
Zimworldo.
double. They're trying to double it.
They're gonna double it. Everything is gonna get chaotic in just a second, but Just Angel spots one of them out. He now
I
wants to
know.
take that. He's trying to run it away from it. They don't want the double. This could turn the tide of the battle for
Yep.
any of these teams in the bottom two, but sadly, they were able to get it and get the plug.
Steppers were like,
did
nah,
not
no double.
want that,
Absolutely
and you can
not.
just see the aggression now moving over to BMO. He's trying to spot somebody out from the M11. Has some good height on him, but he's not spotting anybody just yet. He knows that they're below them. 2 members left from off key. He did spot M out, but looks like they were able to coin back in, potentially get a res off. But I'm curious if off key, which way they will go. They're over here towards A, dashing around B mode. They're just setting up in formation. They're ready for this next push. I'm not sure what's about to happen, Artie, but it's getting tight.
It's getting tight. A minute and a half on the clock, and I gotta say, a huge shout out to Busy for the raid. Thank you for bringing that in here. We're about to wrap up map 2, and for now, off key is setting themselves up for what they can describe as their best chance of success. If they can get both of these steals, it's gonna lock them in for some competitive finish, but it just doesn't seem possible here, especially with Epi being unable to get into position on Nozomi. We're going to see the entirety of Offkey now shift their sights over to the other cash out, and as they cross, they lose Epi. For now, though, Steppers, they're not really worried. Apora is about to get involved on this side here.
That was something.
Get this steal onto cash out B. They're going to lock themselves in to undo the damage.
Beam opened the door. He was like, never mind, and tried to get out and died.
Still up in the running though. Try and troll out a little bit of kills here. Maybe Aura farm a little from Ape Aura to try and engage with Steppers. But yeah, Epi, he just can't find the positioning here, Rio.
Yeah, and it's all coming down to this. Epi is running that sword. This might be his opportunity, but Cash Out is running down. We have 15 seconds left, which means somebody needs to dive on it right now. That's exactly what Brutal Logic is doing. He's trying to go for it. He stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would, with everybody just raining hellfire down on him. Just Angel, the only person remaining from the Steppers, but it's not gonna matter. Everybody's just in a death match trying to get some kills here, but the Steppers have taken it. They get first place, and really in a convincing manner as well.
Yeah, I mean, for off-key, they really could have put
Fourth place finish for fourth party is not what they need.
Steppers held their ground. They didn't overextend once off-key was pushing in and, put themselves in a spot where it could get stolen. I mean, every team was there. Fourth party Cashbox, living up to their name. Even they couldn't actually get involved. They were trading places on height with Steppers, but at the end of the day, Steppers had just enough stall potential, and the moment fourth party got in, they just got immediately dealt with by either Offkey or Ape or Steppers themselves. I was really surprised that they were able to hold on to it for as long as they did, but Steppers just had
doesn't
that
make me be like that.
timing. And from the very beginning, if you can just have that control, it doesn't matter if your cash out's going to end last. You just need to hold that control in a way that nobody else can overcome. And I guess this time around, Offkey just did not have a competitive edge because the sword is not working well for Epi on Nozomi.
Yeah, I am curious if it's more just map dependent. We saw him doing his strategy, throwing smoke out everywhere, and it just seemed like there were too many close quarter areas. We saw them, just teams just kind of shooting at them. Oh my god, huge raid from Stooge. Thank you. And Busy as well. You guys are the GOATs. We love y'all. Thank you for coming out, guys. This has been an amazing play day.
GOATs is EU.
Well, okay. Okay, Artie.
I'm sorry.
But as I was saying, it's been a wonderful battle. That was a really intense one, and you want to break it down a little bit further there, Artie?
I mean, it just started with overall control from Steppers and Apora. They locked in every single cash out, and I think the timing for Steppers was just this was a lot of really good skill and really good pacing. But especially if you think back to the second set of cash outs on Operations Center, Steppers got really lucky with the fact that the third parties were just fully in their favor. The respawn that they were able to get with Unfortunate coming back just in time to be able to demat the one wall that separated him from, I think it was fourth party Cashbox that was trying to get that steal. They had everything going for them here, and they honestly need to hope that Offkey doesn't just find their rhythm with Epi on any of the other maps. And we're on Fortune Stadium. This is a map where I think the sword has a lot of big potential.
I agree with you, and we're at
From my experience
Fortune,
as a
so I didn't
defense
have a chance to
friendly
ask
map,
for
hard to
people in
steal.
chat
Yeah,
if
it's
they
very
need
hard to retake
input,
on this
but hey,
Omi.
I'm gonna read a Fortune for everybody
There's a
in
lot of
chat, and your
cash out
fortune
spawns
is
that
you are a cosmic
high
masterpiece
ground
with a great
prefers,
laugh,
and
so
you're
take
shooting
that to
down
heart.
on it the whole
As we
time.
get started on Fortune Stadium, fourth party cash box running around. They do have
And
the
yeah,
tap on
so.
this first vault. They're going to be in control
I mean,
of this
fourth
thing, but
party
it
is
looks
like a
Ape
thrown
Aura
together
are on
team in the
top
most
of
part.
them.
I mean,
They
they've
have
played
height advantage
2
on the
weeks
other side of
now
things.
together,
Off-Key
so,
tapped their vault
and I think
as
they've
well, getting a
improved,
nice little overhead
but
view, as it seems like fourth party cash box
I
are
mean,
taking the cash
they
and
are the
running
more thrown together
potentially
team
to
versus
B, but on
basically
the other
everybody
side of
else in
things,
the league
cash out
currently.
A, one of the strongest cash outs, and I think it would be advantageous for both teams to try and get over there, Artie.
Oh, but fourth party cash box, they're actually finally finding themselves in a position where they can make this work. But let's go ahead and check in on Steppers versus Off-Key here, because Honor found a good off-angle to take out Just Angel. This could be exactly what Epi needs, but Honor
Nice.
caught out, unable
Good
to cross.
cleanup, man.
In a place to capitalize on it, though. The trade comes out. It's going to be down to a heavy fight. Kip takes
Kip,
extra damage, but Marshy
that's a lot of
able to
damage.
get the
Oh,
double
Epi's
down,
here?
leads it. Epi with the sword.
That
Really
hit with that
just
sword
punching
was
that right through his heart at the
like
right moment.
matter of win or
Off-Key
loss in that
gonna be
fight.
able to
That was
get the W
crazy.
there, and they're also going to be able to hold out on Hospital. And for Off-Key, not only will they have a lot of extra time to prep for the oncoming push, but Hospital is one of the best places for that sword.
That's a good
So
spot for
this is
that.
great for Off-Key as we start off, but Apora are on the other side of things. And
Do you not have
well,
winch? I
they
guess
are
not.
just through the next fight here is fourth party trying to make their way into the sword play.
Yep, they're going to dive directly into Epi and his sword and smoke. Maybe Zinworldo can bring him down, but there are 2 lights, and they can be very difficult to deal with as Honor brings one of them down immediately. Fourth party Cashbox trying to push in here. Brutal Logic goes down. T-Mills now the only person remaining. He did get a kill from that little vantage point, but it is not looking good as he makes the call to get out of there. He needs his teammates here. He's going to hide in the corner, wait for them to coin in, but his gun barrel is sticking out just a little bit from that door. I'm curious if they spot him out, if they're going to go for the hunt. Off-Key definitely wants to go for it, but moving to the other side of things, it looks like the Steppers are trying to go for a nice little cash here. They're pushing in directly into the Ape Aura team. Udriconi getting some shots off.
Hey, that dude just like phased around that. Did you see that?
Sadly, 2 of the members of Ape Aura have gone down. A res went off, and it seems like Bimo is now the only person remaining, and sadly, he is going to be deleted as well, as the Steppers are looking pretty strong so far.
I mean, they look strong. They're winning their fights. They finally have control of a cash out. And for the Steppers, it's about that slow and steady race. But, hey, for Steppers to keep that energy, we're going to just swap over right now. It's fourth party cash box on a third party cash box. As we have Off-Key still holding on. They do have a lot of stall potential. Fire barrel going to explode in T-Mill's hands. They're going to try to go for the steal here. It does get winched away. And very nice positioning by Off-Key. Again, Marshy healed back up to get back in this fight as quick as possible.
Oh, I do not like this play out of T-Mills.
Make sure they can get early damage in before.
Oh,
Epi
never
is
mind,
able to
it
save
worked
out.
out.
Epi does. He takes out
Okay.
Zinworldo. Brutal
The
gets taken,
T-Fib.
T-Mills has the trade. It's just
Hit
down
the
to a
T-Fib.
light stadium, and the Honor.
Oh,
the
nah.
PR,
He shot bodies and bagged.
He wins the fight. I didn't even care about the cash out. That fight was just everything for me. A4 and Steppers is going to be Bimo coming in clutch, taking out 2 of the Steppers. Steppers, they had the timing anyway, and just as they do best, they're going to get the cash out even while they're all dead.
Yeah, what a great way of putting it. And honestly, you called it perfectly with Off-Key being in that hospital area and just able to just clean up with the sword and their other light honor. So really good plays. We see them over there towards Cash Out C. I think they want to try and control the map over here. But interestingly enough, look at these vaults. They have spawned right next to each other, and Ape Aura was able to get 2 cheeky taps on them. Can they control them as they move forward? It looks like Vault 3 has been completely open, now taken in control by fourth party Cashbox. But I think Ape Aura are right behind them. They're following, they're chasing them. Everybody wants to bring this over to Cash Out C. Moving now as Zinworldo is trying to bounce in between people. He goes down in that fight. Brutal Logic gets a kill as well. T-Mills at half health. He's trying to stay alive in this. Bimo beaming somebody down. Brutal Logic just deleted. T-Mills is the only person remaining, and he gets deleted as well. Ape Aura gonna get a res off, but also get in control of this vault. But immediately, the Steppers are here. They want to intercept this, and this battle just continues, Artie.
And for off key, another really lucky cash out. I mean, the fact that they're able to stay here onto vault sector 5. I mean, it's no hospital, but you're close enough to make it work. And this building will lend itself. Well, I was gonna say will lend itself to the sword, but Epi is deleted. Ape Aura, they're gonna try to kite around to the top and figure out what the angle of.
I gotta get this FMOS skin. I've been convinced. I've seen everybody run it today, and now I gotta buy it. I'm not even playing medium, let alone the FMOS right now, and I gotta get it. It's too nice.
Idea that Marsh was there, but they deal with him anyway. Utraconi also involved in this fight, takes out Just Ape.
Yeah, I'm saying. Also.
Found in between a rock and a hard place now as Ape Aura. Well,
Yeah, I mean, fourth party's chalked. I hate to say it.
Ape Aura has jumped all the way
It's
over,
chalked for them.
especially with this pacing. Cash Out D being so late to being plugged.
Maybe they make a generational run like Make-A-Wish did last playoffs. I don't know. But they're just getting struggle.
But do Ape Aura know? Kip is resing just on the other side. They don't. They're gonna play their own game. Moving over to the sidelines here. Rio, A4 has taken early damage, but Offkey, they still control this cash out. They're back in the fight.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for Offkey. Can they maintain control? Cash Out has maybe just a third left, maybe just a fourth. Take that back as it is slowly ticking down.
Yeah,
nobody's
took
going
two
directly against Offkey,
No
as maybe even the call has decided to go, and they want to turn their focus to Cash Out D. They're just gonna leave that sword, let him play by himself. But moving now, it seems like Bimo taking some good damage, trading some shots off as well. Good movement, getting on top of there, trying to push directly into it, but sadly that door blocks a lot of damage. Falls directly into T-Mills and continues to rain down some hellfire, but it looks like T-Mills got 2 good kills on there, and they're starting their approach onto Cash Out D. Looks like one of them gets a winch outclaw by Utraconi, but the steal is here. They want to try and get it. The steppers are on point. They want to try and go for it, but one of them just went down in there.
Brutal
Just
is
Angel
a
gets
bullet.
res back
T-Mills
up.
is beaming
Everybody
Kip.
here, all on top of
Kip
it.
is
This just
literally
chaos.
actually
T-Mills
won.
the last person remaining, trying to just get anything
Okay,
going.
there we go.
He gets a kill.
He almost died.
What is
He's
going
half
on?
health.
Wait,
T-Mills
he's
is.
getting his
happening?
steal. Offkey can't connect. They can't commit to it though. Abor is dead, but they still control the point. This is perfect timing.
Choose body bag.
Take out Offkey.
Oh, T-Mills is still cooking. Wait, are they gonna get this? Thank God.
Cash out. Abor has finally
All right,
respawned,
they'll be at
but I think the
19,000.
fourth party cash box just worked out in their favor, and they have fourth party.
All right. We're back. We're back. I take back everything I said. They're not chalked. They're back. It's never chalked.
Worked so against Ape Aura there. They thought they were on top of the world, but no, they were not.
I love to see plays like that. And fourth party cash box, kudos to you, to the living up to your name, and double kudos for making it work. Moving now, T-Mills trying to continue the reign of the pike. If he can spot them out, he demats through that wall. They're starting their approach. The vault is going to be open anytime now. They have tapped it. It's running down, and they're pretty close to Cash Out A, but a lot of teams are in their way trying to get over there. Trying to spot somebody out from off key. Did get some good damage on Honor. They do have 2 lights, and they can basically be deleted with just a few shots from that pike, so they are at an advantage there. But moving into it, he's trying to spot somebody out, and has kind of moved a little bit away from the damage.
Zenworldo wins his one against
They're
Kip.
gonna try and dive directly into it as
This
Cash Out
Angel
has
is
gotten started
nice.
by the Steppers.
Okay.
The Steppers are now lost 2 of their members.
Oh my God, they got this cash and they've woken up. They come alive.
He's the only person remaining. He does have that DMAT, so he can drop it. He's able to get there, but no, instead he decides to spot them out. He did get the stall,
Okay.
but I'm not sure there's going to be enough time as Kip comes into the battle, but I don't think he can do anything here.
Campus trophy. Let's go.
Oh no, I don't think there is anything.
It wasn't a wipe. You didn't hear no bell. Camp the trophy.
Party. Best
Oh
case
my
scenario,
God.
they have all the time they need to set up. They have DMAT available. They have winch available. Steppers trying to step up and come together over on the bottom side of this court. Oh, we look at A4 and off-key fighting as well, and I don't know what's happening over there. I don't want to know. We'll keep focusing on this Halto building for now. Gonna go into that 1 minute of overtime, and as both these cash outs go to finish, off-key have won their fight. They stole against A4. Epi just got a double off screen. I don't know what's happening there, but Utraconi
Okay, off-key just got wiped. W.
Even though they stole it, Apora is now back in control. Fight is finally
Come on,
occurring
boys.
here, though. As Steppers, they are going to start off with a big
All right,
trade.
2-2. Now it's 2v3.
For Steppers, it's unfortunate to get that res right
Oh,
up.
no,
Just
now
Angel
it's a
gonna deal some
1v3.
damage to him. Back away. He gets the pick when he needs it most. But Zen Worldo, he's going to clap back. Zen Worldo has escaped
good.
the eyes of the Steppers, but up to the very top. He will try to stall it out as best he can.
Oh.
Stall doesn't work though. Looks like Steppers, they have overcome.
I take it back. It's chalked. It's chalked. They're in fourth.
Turn the tides. Exact
Oh,
opposite
it
scenario
is
what we saw when
chalked.
that
They gave
started.
me false
10
hope.
seconds left and no time for any teams here to steal.
Why you gotta play with my
I think
emotions
that
like this?
at the
This is
very
messed
least,
up.
Key,
Yep.
They
Wow.
are about to get gapped, even though they started
Yep.
so strong.
Yep.
They get sent to third place.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. It's just wild how all of the cash totals end up in the end. I was really rooting for Off-Key. They were in first that entire match. Fortune is a very good map for them, apparently, but yeah, it just worked out in the end that it looks like they weren't able to hold on. Boy, but what a battle. I love
yikes.
Fortune, and I think that was quite a good example.
They just
of
can't
how Fortune
defend.
Played. You know, we had a lot of teams trying to
just falls
control
apart,
the
unfortunately.
Going. We tried to see just some intense, back and forths, and yeah, just a great matchup from this group.
100%. And I mean, for Ape Aura, they're slowly climbing to figure out how to play around this, right? We started with third place, then in second place, and then finally first place here. And for Steppers, I think that for Steppers, this is still just a super, super good game. I mean, look at that. Only 3 kills difference between the score lines. But it's really the timings and their ability to figure out, okay, what's happening with Off-Key, what's happening with this whole sword thing in the lobby that's really throwing a wrench in things, throwing a sword into things. For fourth party Cashbox, I'm surprised they didn't finish higher given the absolute insanity that was going on. I mean, it started off as fourth party's game when they got that fourth party. They just can't hold on to anything.
Yeah, I think that they kind of play too much around T-Mills. T-Mills is an amazing player. I mean, go back to season 0 if you really want to see that guy pop off. But I just think that that's their opening, and we continually see T-Mills is the only person remaining. So he's kind of not got that positioning down with the rest of his team, and maybe that's something they need to work on. But yeah, fourth party Cashbox, they had that amazing steal, probably one of my favorite moments ever.
I don't want to relive it. I don't want to relive this. Let's just. When do they load up next map?
Play around in. Maybe they'll find a little bit of their footing in there, but I think our next map is Bernal. It has a very limited verticality to it, so it does kind of change the playing field. What do you think that we'll see with this next group?
I mean, we've seen these teams sort of pull out everything at this point, but as far as looking at what Epi is going to be able to do with the sword on this map, I'm not so much focused on what he can do for his team, but I'm more focused on what other players are going to be able to do to play around it and be a little bit more confident in their positioning on this one. And for Ape Aura, they have full control to be able to keep Off-Key at bay. Not only just with the double light in play to be this this wrench, this weird entity that is throwing off some timings, but on Bernal, you've got the long sight lines and you have the opportunity to manipulate the cash out to pull it away from an area where smoke and a sword could just ruin your whole day. So I
have a feeling Epi might go huge on this map.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to approach it. We're seeing it
Well,
immediately as Epi pops in.
not if T-Mills rips his noggin off.
On the other side of it from T-Mills, so taking a lot of damage. We're watching as both of these teams really converge over Vault 2, trying to pop somebody off with these Pike, but there it goes. He's able to get Honor down, and that's going to be really hard because Epi is the only person remaining. I think he's going to go into hiding and let fourth party Cashbox take this Vault and get out of there, but no, I take it back. Epi just wanted to go into the combat, and he gets the receiving end of an RPG. Ape Aura also on the other side of things has been wiped and are going to spawn back in as it looks like the Steppers take control of the first cash out.
Hydrogen bomb coughing baby. I just gotta say it. But for fourth party Cashbox, we're gonna need a lot more of that coming in. We will see the Steppers hold early control of this, and Ape Aura, I like this approach here, the way that they're splitting down this alleyway, but the damage just has to be followed up with. Hashi finally finds the opportunity to do so. BMO gets beamed in the process, unfortunate here, taking a lot of damage, which is good. Just Angel finds the area to move on the sides, get that pinch play, but for now, Kip finally going to be able to come back in on this. Hashi Draconi super low HP, health timers reset versus some damage, but BMO, heals up Udrakoni in this fight. It's a messy, sloppy fight, but for the Steppers, this is exactly what they want. They want Apora to not have a moment of solace. They're going to burn out that dome yet again. Every single cooldown is out for Apora right now.
Okay.
Steppers could just take absolute advantage of that. Step in,
Wow.
knowing that they have every advantage.
Steppers
And
just
that's the
slammed
fight, especially for
Apora.
defense.
Holy.
That's what you want to do. Burn those cooldowns, get those gadgets to be used and not played with. For Steppers, that was a very good way to capitalize on what was a very messy fight.
Yeah, and I'm really, the more that I see Kip play, the more I am appreciative of his play style. He plays so aggressively. He just gets in the face of whoever he is challenging. And I gotta say, most of the time it works. It's just kind of that, like, catching them off guard, just finding that little bit of advantage. But now we're gonna see if they can control this cash out for the last fourth of it. They do have a nice little height advantage, but they decide to hop off. They do move the cash out a little bit. It is somewhat in the open, but time is ticking down. Steppers haven't lost anybody. No damage really taken from them side as well. Off key is here. They want to try and go for it. It does seem like they pulled it into the building. This will be their opportunity. Dome shield went down, but time is running out. They need to make something happen. They try to pull it one more time, but I'm not sure the time is going to go in their favor as Marshy tries to go for it. Everybody here is from the Steppers. This will be a miracle if they're able to pull it off. And sadly, just like I predicted, they weren't able to get it. Epi still swinging around his sword, sadly goes down. All of Off Key have died, but man, they had a good try going at that, just didn't work for them.
Don't break my heart, please. I'm begging.
Hey, this is
I'm begging.
we've seen this one before. This one looks like a little bit of a repeat from some of the games earlier, but for Off Key, it's fine. They have the opportunity to just come in on this. Honor has the pinch timing, but honestly, I thought it was going to be Epi that we needed to focus on as far as like getting that timing in, but really it's Marshy. Marshy keeps getting caught out. You know, the rotations around your lights is very important. We see Apora here as well. Hashi and Bimo get taken down. Draconi, last to fall is Steppers. They're just feeling on top of their game, and with those extra kills, they're going to be able to gap fourth party Cashbox, who catch right back up. Thanks to T-Mills getting some shots and moving the sword player from the lobby. Off Key also going to be losing Marshy and get full wiped as this Barnyard Cashbox finally gets underway.
Yeah, absolutely. Vault 4 in the hands of fourth party Cashbox. They're not too far from Cash Out C. It does seem like Apora have spawned, so they might be able to clash with them almost immediately, but the cash out has been started, so they're trying to winch it out. I would definitely bring that into a more an open area. That is just a hallway of damage, and they're bringing up the barricades as well. Epi trying to find somebody with that sword. He has to be very careful on this approach because there are so many open areas. Using a nice little dash to charge up for the sword, but sadly he gets exposed and just goes down.
Farmed.
Worldo spots him out and just deletes it with that 93R. Watching now as it is 2 versus 2. Fourth party Cashbox lost a member. It's now just down to Zen Worldo as he gets a res off of his teammate T-Mills. They're going to try and buy some time. They want to try and go for this, but it seems like Off Key are here. They're going to try and stick this steal, but they're going to be completely swarmed in. That block, that barricade is actually buying them time. They're able to get it. Off Key was able to trade hands. This vault, the cash out is now in their control. Zen Worldo trying to spot somebody off, but is getting some shots blocked by that stairwell railing. And it seems like he's trying to find a new position to go for this cash out.
Wow, I mean, for Off Key, this is best case scenario they could ever ask for, and fourth party, they're still able to
Epi just farmed him.
It away, but Epi does take out Zen Worldo, but I feel like that was the least important player to focus on because T-Mills.
I mean, Epi's gonna come back and farm him again. Watch this.
Honor and Pure is gonna be in a good spot right now, trying to cash off some seals. Hold this out for now. The smoke's gonna go down, but Epi, it's this is a little ambitious even for you as he tries to swing out to the side there. Wait,
okay.
Where'd you come from?
Dude.
Takes out Epi. Just Angel's gonna finish off T-Mills.
Okay, Zen Worldo gets killed. He has to prevent this.
1 HP. Is he gonna be able to hold on to this? I don't think he has the stop potential. As Steppers have already finished the steal, and Apora come over here as well because why not? There might be enough time.
Okay, wait, they'll be in second at least.
They find a couple really good opening picks there, but Apora, they're just not the people you want to be focusing on. But Off Key, wait, hold on, they actually might have the steal. Wait a second, how did they do this? Apora just fought Steppers off enough.
What the?
Oh my god!
How did they get that steal? There's
What
like no
an
time
amazing
left.
Steal by Off Key. They pulled in there at the absolute right moment. That barricade from behind and the combination of Goo and Infuser from his teammates were able to just buy them that cash out. They brought them back into the battle as they're sitting in third. But honestly, everybody's cash totals is not that far from each other. We've got 2 minutes left in this map, and it is anybody's game. RPG going off directly into Marshy's face. Sadly, looks like he died in that battle. Honor very low as well, trying to spot somebody out as Just Angels looking for his next victim. Has a glitch grenade in hand as well, dashing around. Honor gets deleted there, all on Epi, as he's probably going to have to hide and wait for his teammates to coin in. Marshy is back in the battle, so he did get a nice full res on him, but there is Just Angel ready to deal some damage right back into Marshy. That dome shield is going down. Marshy goes down. Can the 93R continue its reign? They're going to go for the last kill on Epi, and Epi gets deleted with an elbow from Kip Kip. That's exactly what I was saying. Kip Kip just gets in their face, and even against the sword.
Hey, fourth party gonna be
not
facing off
afraid
against
and brings it.
Apor.
I mean, best case
Never
scenario
mind, they've
for Off
left.
Key is to just get wiped that
Now they're
early,
going
so
after
we have a chance
Steppers.
to come and reset. We've got 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock. Ape Aura, they're fighting for second here because Steppers, they have had just enough boost through today to just stay alive. And right now, Shout B just playing the kite game. But what is this? T-Mills just comes in. Just Angel doesn't even bother to look at him. We're gonna see fourth party cash box now. They're angry. They have the chance to overtake Steppers. And again, look at T-Mills. Why is nobody looking at this guy? We got Kip Kip last live. He's got the clutch gene for sure. Just Angel is gonna be back in the fight as well. And as this steal comes to fruition, we've got the goo, we've got the dome, and now we've got the gas, and the gas is just
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
tapped by it. Zenworldo has the heals for him anyway. But now Steppers, hey, you're gonna have to try and come and take this away. We look to the other side. Off Key and Apora, they're fighting it out. No damage traded just yet. Just so far kiting. Stay here on Cash Out B, where Steppers look to figure out, hey, if fourth party is on top of us and the cash out's below us, what do we focus on first? Obviously, got to be the team fight.
Ooh.
And well, Kip
That's good damage for Kip Kip. Oh boy.
Unfortunate, just heals right back up like it's nothing. Just Angel able to finish off that early damage onto T-Mills. And hey, if nobody was looking at it before, they're looking at it now. Brutal logic.
They just can't. I don't know what it is. They just cannot defend a cash out. They can take one, but it's just they cannot hold it. As soon as they cap it, they fall apart. Ridiculous.
Wait, Marshy, you can't see. You have to finish the cap. He's looking at you. Off Key is gonna be dead. I have nothing else to say about that. Aura finishes second place. Steppers in first. And what a wild map of Bernal.
Yeah, what a wild map indeed. It just played out in such a confusing fashion, I want to say. Like, it's not typically what we see on Bernal, but you know what? I kind of loved it. So that was a blast to see. The Steppers really are stepping up. They've had some good matches, and today they were really able to get in there at the perfect times, get the steals, and hold on to them in the way that they needed to. So really good performances. Seeing Just Angel getting 11 kills, Kip Kip on 11 as well. And boy, yeah, like I said, I'm really appreciating the way that Kip Kip plays. But the only way that he can do that is with a team that's
Oh
backing him up
man,
and making
1
sure
and
that they
8
play
out of Marshy
aggressively.
and
So
Epi.
I really am impressed with how good that match was.
Yeah,
Wow, T-Mills went 12 and 4.
I'm just reeling from everything that we've seen out of all of these groups today, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. Like, every single time, I think that we've seen like some intense fights or some.
They play so
wild
far
stuff
off
that
that
we
they
just
get
didn't predict.
split. That was
Keep getting another.
like
And
what,
I'm so
3v1
sad
on
that
one
we're
side. Yeah.
about to approach our final
Yeah,
round.
they just it's like they just fall apart before the fight even starts too. It becomes a 3v2 because somebody gets picked, and it's like they haven't even gotten to the cash out to actually start fighting.
Going forward, so no more third partying, and it'll just be 3v3s. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so heartbroken because we won't have these crazy plays. We won't have the excitement of, oh my god, another team is here. But you know what? We have enjoyed it, and we have one more map for you for this group, and that'll be Cis Horizon. Artie and I have talked about this to extensive lengths about how this is one of the most intense maps out there. The teams have strategies out the wazoo. they're ready to throw it in there. The cash out manipulations are king. And yeah, I can't think of a better way to end all of the play days than Sis Horizon.
100%. And I mean, looking at the standings for now, right? Team Off Key, they've had such a good performance at the very beginning. A little bit of middling performances and some underwhelming hits ever since then. They are still in a spot where they can end this in a way that puts them in a decent fighting position. We'll look at the overall scores at the end of this map. So stay tuned for all of that, because that's where you guys will be able to figure out where everybody has ended on these play days. But for now, as we get involved in our last map for Sis Horizon, we are going to be needing Ape Aura to lock in against all odds to make sure that Steppers don't just come out and dethrone what could be a pretty decent day for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And some interesting chat going off there, but we're not going to pause. This is the last map. You're going to have to hold it in there a little bit. But hey, Vault 1 has been spawned. Both of these teams are starting.
Yeah, no C4ing. Good point, because I actually was sitting there wondering. I was like, there's no stall, like,
backing up,
gadgets or anything.
Teammates to regroup and go for a different angle. You're watching as he's making his approach. He has a bounce pad. They're going to try and go directly to it, bring the combat to him. He goes off to the side. They didn't spot him out, but immediate turn and an RPG went off at his feet, but didn't connect on him enough. Took a little bit of damage. One person for fourth party Cashbox came, and T-Mills with the positioning, just able to find him, going behind him, brings Hashi down, but he is at 1 HP, so he's going to have to go into hiding for a little bit, at least get his health back up, as it seems like Ape Aura will take this vault and bring it over towards Cash Out A.
Oh yeah, I mean, solid opening from Ape Aura. Fourth party almost getting that position, but it's just the timing. But speaking of timing, Off Key, they have one light remaining up against the Steppers, and well, if Honor is going to be able to get a res on Epi, which he will, this could lead to a quick turnaround where they can try to get onto Steppers' cash out before they have fully had time to set up. And for Off Key, timing's been the name of the game all day for them. They really need to make sure that if they want a chance at winning this cash out, they can pinch Kip away from the rest of the team.
Yeah, that is a great play to have, because Kip has been really popping off. I think he got 11 kills last round, but now we're watching as Off Key are going towards a literal uphill battle because the Steppers are just raining hellfire down below them, and they have now making a push. This is Kip getting aggressive, wanting to get in there. Honor is the last person remaining, having to get out of dodge, but now immediately gets into a battle with their light, and sadly unable to do it. So Off Key gonna have to reset. Moving over to the other side of things, Zen World gets a nice kill on BMO. He's chasing down the rest of Ape Aura. Can he find a connection? But sadly, Ape Aura have completely turned the tides. Got a kill on them, and it seems like fourth party Cashbox.
Come on, clean up the kill on Hashi, bro. He's like 1
now making
HP.
their approach, but a lot of them Hashi very low in this battle. Gonna have to regroup and go for it, and maybe find another way to
him.
cash out.
Yeah, I mean, fourth party, they got that early.
Come on, open that wall.
They capitalize on it, but
No.
you know, you leave
All right,
the trophy
well,
sitting long enough, and Ape Aura, they can just get that reset. But for now, it looks like
This,
Ape
and
Aura
this is
with
gonna be where they fall
100%
apart, because they're gonna run into a 2v3.
They can win once again. It's Off Key.
Where's Zen Worldo?
Third party. Off Key now out to
Now they're drawing
third
attention
party,
from
fourth
Off
party
Key.
Cashbox,
Zen Worldo's
and,
just behind him. Okay, it's a
this is
3v3 at least.
beneficial for Ape Aura. As I say that though, Off Key, they just send it. They just send it onto the cash out. They're just gonna go full for the steal. They aren't gonna be able to get it though. They already lose Marshy and Epi. This is gonna allow fourth party cash.
Oh, and Just Angel is literally a fourth party right now.
While Ape Aura is in an unideal position. BMO gets taken away. Hashi gets taken out as well. Zen Worldo finished off by Udraconi as Off Key just keeps making people's lives miserable.
Jeez.
Gonna finish off the fight there. The cash out still went to Ape Aura. Just Angel.
Oh my God.
Finish off Off Key anyway. This is Group C.
This is Group
I
C.
think, does a fourth party need like
One of the
2
most
first
elite
places?
groups
I think, I don't know. Already said at the beginning of the map
Fridays
or the
of
series that they
NA
needed
side, but
2
now I am
and
loving
some
it
good
watching now as
kill
Kip
participation
has
in like the
RPG
second and
in
third
hand.
or the other
Steppers have
maps.
tapped this vault. We see a
But I mean,
gateway
they've had like a
happening off
4th
by
place
Just
finish.
Angel.
They're
They're
cooked.
gonna
They're
try
bottom
and
4, I
bring it
think.
over towards D, but I think in the process they're going to run head first into fourth party Cashbox, potentially even Ape Aura. So I'm
Unfortunate.
not sure that this is the
My
right
boy Brutal
move.
Logic let me
They
down.
Go for it. Cash out D is about to get started. They threw it, bounced a little bit, but there is the plug. Gonna throw some C4 on.
Yeah, it's unfortunately chalked. I lied in the ProHubs chat. It is actually chalked.
Moving now to T-Mills from fourth party Cashbox.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. They just cannot seem to keep control of a cash out. They do a good job taking, and then they fold right after they have it. What am I watching?
Two of them have gone down. All of Ape Aura has just been deleted as fourth party Cashbox get the kill.
How are you #1 fan? I don't really know. I mean, I'm your #1 fan.
We needed to see
IRL.
Party stepping up to the plate.
I don't really know though.
Too late,
A little bit.
but you know what?
Maybe members
Right.
get like
Steppers,
boosts or something.
They're going to be the.
I have no idea how it works.
They're going to be the main characters of today, and as they continue to hold on to their cash, we'll see fourth party lock in on the museum, and Steppers, well, on the other side of the map, it looks like Ape Aura is about to pay them a visit. Second and first place going out. It's always a fun thing to watch, and for now, looking at Ape Aura's approach, I'm not sure if Steppers is going to be ready for what's to come.
Yeah, watching now as Ape.
Walter, you moving your
They're opening. They want to try and go directly
your event
towards the Steppers.
next
They have
weekend?
A little bit of a height advantage here, breaking some windows, trying to spot somebody
Right.
out, but nobody is.
I
really
saw the
ready to
message
expose
earlier.
themselves just yet. Hashi running that F car, cool to see, but I'm not sure it's really going to be that advantageous as this cash out is just ticking down. They do blow a hole in the side of the wall, and that will buy them a little bit of an opening. But again, they're staying very slow and very way back in there. Cash out is running down. There are 3 teams going directly on it. Off key also diving on it. 2 of the Steppers have just gone down. This is going to turn the tide of the battle as it looks like off key are in there. Epi swinging that sword around, but this cash out is running low. There's a steal being attempted by somebody. It seems
Oh
like that
my
sword
God,
might
T-Mills
be
is
something
honestly-
happen, but no, off key is down to just 1 member.
That dude's
As
the
T-Mills
GOAT.
is popping some shots off left and right. The Steppers have maintained control of this. They're going to add another 12K towards their total as we turn towards our attention towards fourth party Cashbox. This time is ticking down a little bit past halfway and maybe a 4th left.
I gotta say, I mean, shout out to Fourth Party Cashbox for continuing to just live up to their name. And even though they had no reason to, they got in there. And maybe Epi would have had a lot more impact, but if it was anybody else other than T-Mills that he was trying to go up against. For Fourth Party, they helped Steppers out so much. Just Angel was the last player standing, but Steppers just still, they mastered that timing, especially Just Angel. And for Fourth Party Cashbox, I think they're
How much you want to bet Brutal is getting signed to a team next? Brutal and T-Mills?
And they're fighting in the exact same spot that the last Cashbox was
I
in
would
anyway.
say I'd bet
This
my
ball
house
ready to be
if I had
sold by
one.
literally anybody, but for now,
That
Ape
doesn't
Aura
happen,
get
unfortunately.
beamed out. Steppers
No,
looking
I
to
think
just deal
there's
damage to anybody that comes their way.
other
Marshy,
talent
angry,
at the
is
moment
gonna
that would
lock
be on the
in,
radar,
facing
not them.
16. Now Fourth Party Cashbox is here as well.
As much of a fan as I am
TDM
of them,
matchup, the last
I think
map
that would
of the
be
day.
naive.
And for now, Vault 5 has made its way
No,
over
I
the
think
workspace,
think
but
Grad's
there
team or
is
Uni's
no
team, low key,
cash out over the workspace. It's just
would be
making
next
its
for
way
NA.
further into
EU
the
is
so that
probably
Fourth Party Cashbox can just wait for that fight to
probably
finish
Goats
and have
would be my
some
next guess on who
semblance
gets signed from
of
EU.
combine before they get this next plug.
Yeah, this vault went on
My boy
journey,
Carnifex in
and
here? No.
finally it has reached the
As
end
well.
as it gets
Those,
plugged into
we're
cash
pretty
out
much wrapping
on
up
the
here.
other side of things.
But
Looks like
no.
the Steppers have taken or tapped Vault 6. Off key is starting to make their approach as well.
But yeah.
But on this side of things, not seeing anybody making their advance. Maybe they just want to leave fourth party Cashbox. But here is Ape Aura off to the side of things. But BMO is down in that battle. They get
We
the
sort
res off,
teams
and
to
they're
make
gonna
a
start
dream
their
team?
approach. Vault, the cash out A is about a 4th of the way there.
I mean, fourth party cash boxes like team synergy has just not been there since the start. I feel like. I mean, you had Apo on there the first day as Bo, and then he is taking a break, and then you brought Zenworldo on, and they just don't play together. They just very. It seems kind of like a 2v3 a lot of the time. You have Brutal Logic and T-Mills kind of nearby because they've been together since the start of the season. But it feels like Zenworldo might as well just not be on the map sometimes.
Dome shield ready to go off, but no, they're deciding to go for the combat instead. Watching this cash out run down, there's the dome shield ready for it to go.
Yeah, exactly.
They know that they're a floor below them, but the steal is still happening. I do think it fell, and they were able to stall just for a little bit, but Ape Aura
problem is Uni should not leave
Now
his
they're
team
chasing
because
them down. Zen
Refine
Robo
is
absolutely
disgusting.
Deleted. Brutal Logic deleted. Huge Draconi going off. All of fourth party cash box have been defeated as Ape Aura take control of Cash Out A.
And I love
Yeah, it's just no
it's so
stall.
poetic
They just
as, like, a
nothing.
bookend
No
to
util on it. No
Off
stall.
started with the absolute best case scenario every single time, and they are
I don't know,
ending the
man.
worst case scenario. Even if they get this cash out, they're not going to swap places. They're going to stay in fourth place with this cash out. And so right now, everybody's just fighting on the other side. But this
Good news is they stay ahead of off
for
key.
Steppers to just make sure that, hey, we're going to stay up the top, because right now, if Apora finishes their cash out, Steppers are matching. They
Unless
need to
off
get
key
these
gets
kills.
a couple
Steppers,
kills here,
even
which
if
is
they can't
very
get that
possible.
steal, they're going to be able to get
Never
kills.
mind, Epi
Just
died.
Angel finds one onto Epi. This is going to certainly set them up at the very top. And they are now set as far as kills are concerned. But wait, are they getting matched? Are they getting traded? $1,000 separates them. And for now, Apora, they need to get a couple more kills, but Just Angel's going to clarify that. We've ended the day now to see Steppers in first place firmly. Apora in second. Off key, even though they finally got a cash out at the end.
Rough,
It
rough
wasn't
set of games
fun.
for fourth party.
Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking. I was so excited for Off Key when they started this group off, because I was like, wow, they definitely came with their guns ready and blazing. But yeah, it sadly plays out that way. The Steppers gave us a great performance on nearly every map, though, in this group. And yeah, I have just enjoyed it. This has been fun. It's been a little untypical. 0 kills on Unfortunate somehow. But yeah, this has been a
Unfortunate
honestly,
and
I have to
Hashi
say,
both
it
had
was a
0.
fun group.
What
It
the
was
hell?
a different play style, but I had a lot of fun watching them.
I love that every group today had its
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They need to
to it,
develop
yes.
chemistry. You can tell that they're
I thought
very
the first
desynced.
group would be chaos, but it was just
They do need to. I
First
agree with
group was
what
just
Rio
Ed
said earlier. They
figuring
need to
out,
play
all
around
right,
T-Mills
we had a
more.
rough one, it's
They
fine,
just
we lock in.
that's their
So for
opening.
first place
Guy
finishes
frags
second.
out like every single map. He's
Second
consistent.
was,
They just
consistency,
need to play around
where
it.
Every single team found an opportunity to win, and
Yeah.
some teams had a little bit of an extra upset in the form of Refine, who last place, first place, last place, first place, last place. It's just, I love that kind of chaos. But for this, Group C is chaos. Group C
Yeah.
was just, I don't know what's happening. Off key started, and I was like, this is it. This is Off key, absolutely gonna make it. But unfortunately, it seemed to be just limited to Soul. It seemed that they didn't have much extra oomph. And hey, even though the Sword's dash got buffed, I guess wasn't buffed nearly enough for the Pro League. I will say, though, some good performances from everybody in the group, Rio.
Yeah, great performances.
Yeah,
and
they
really, they're gonna have
need a
lot
better.
to be able to learn
I mean, not
from.
post
And I know
plant,
that some of
but
these names are,
post take stall.
We do still have the playoffs coming up.
Because
but, yeah, boy,
it's
that
it's a
is gonna
mess.
Wrap up our cash out. That's
I
gonna
mean,
wrap
like I
up
said, the
play
moment
day
that they
6. That's
get
gonna wrap up all of our play days.
they have control of the
I'm
cash
curious
out,
to
it just
see
falls
how
apart.
All of the point totals ended
But
up, which team got out of.
maybe they'll lock in
Or
for
anybody
what you
from
call
this
it.
last
They'll probably
week.
lock
Will
in
there
for
be big changes.
playoffs. We still have a
We're gonna find out
chance.
here momentarily, but do you want to kind of give a little bit of a preview about what we have coming up next, Artie?
Well, this is the last day of the play days, like you said, and that actually marks 180 Pro League matches across both
Wow.
NA and EU for this season. Not even counting how many we had in season.
All right,
zero.
there you
So,
go. Envy
next
clocking
week,
another
we are
500
seeing
points.
the
Boys cooked.
Playoffs, and now we'll go ahead and
Fourth
take
party
a
did
look
not
at
come in
the
last
stats
place.
and
That's
where
all that
we
matters
ended
today.
NA for the
But
play
it
days.
was
Now,
a
we see
struggle.
Team Envy at the top of the day. Team Steppers in second for the day. Ape Aura in third. Looking for the groups here. Group 2, this
All right.
was really tight altogether. and as you
So
can see
upper
the
bracket
scoring is really tight.
is
Rabble Rousers, even though they
Via
had
and
one
up.
first place finish, it's that consistency to stay close to the edge. 3 second place finishes is going to do you a lot more than 2 first place and 3 last.
And then lower bracket for
So,
EU is
Group
bad
C as
Wi-Fi
well,
makeshift.
that
Team
highlight
Extreme and
you'll
Vatican.
find that, well, it was
Didn't realize Vatican
Steppers
made lower
towards
bracket.
the end
No.
that really locked in. Even though Offkey had that first early one, through the
Steppers
chaos
surprised you?
of
I've
Ape Aura
thought
finding
Steppers were
their
kind of
footing,
nasty
fourth
since
party
Quals,
Xbox
low
Offkey
key.
setting the pace just
I thought they've done pretty well this
off
season.
kilter.
I'll be
Steppers took
honest.
advantage of it.
They've been the sleeper
They
team.
absolutely did. It
The
was
make
really
a
fun
wish, if you
watching
will, for
Steppers,
me.
step up, for lack of a
But
better
I mean,
term.
Make-A-Wish
So
didn't pop off
cool to
until
see. That is
playoffs
going
last
to
season, I guess.
be the leaderboard, though. Looking
But
at
I
how it
wasn't sure
all
about
panned
this
out,
group if they
you
would
see that Team
play as
Ed
well as
had
they
a
did.
dominating performance throughout basically all
Oh
of the
yeah.
play days, followed closely.
No,
by
I
Team
never heard of
Envy,
anybody on this
and
team.
even closely behind them is Team Refined. Probably the biggest gap looking after.
I
that
guess
and
Kip Kip I've heard of
towards
like
Team,
once.
in fourth was Team Retwist, and followed closely behind them the Steppers. They really had some good movement today, coming from the bottom basically to the nearly almost the middle. So really fun. I love to see the amount of movement, but there are the totals, Artie. We have seen
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We have
Who
found
did-
the reigning champs, or at least the
That's
top
right. Yeah,
three,
yeah, yeah. He was
and
with
our
Oni
bottom four as
Legends
well.
for a little bit.
Yeah, Steppers and Ape Aura putting in the
So.
work to be able to just.
What do you
clear
think? You
that
think
man.
you think
We love
Apo
to
comes
see
back
it,
for
and
playoffs?
I love this, especially for Team Ed, is that because the
Oh,
score
right, in
lines
pure
between
strafes.
first and second, Team Ed 2797, Team Envy 2696.
I'm banking
Technically,
on
Team
now.
Ed could say that they finished the play
Oh, he got
days
subbed out.
over
Oh,
100
interesting.
points.
I thought he was just
By one.
like he
Over 100
decided to
points
not
in the
play
lead.
anymore because of his break.
But yeah, I mean, that wraps it up today. I do want to say once again,
Oh,
you
interesting.
so
Okay.
much for the love and the support to the
Oh, I guess that
Pro
makes sense. He's
community,
he's
to
just straight up
our
not on the
little
roster.
thing
That makes
we
sense
got
then.
going on here with the Finals Pro League. Huge shout out to anybody who has gifted subs, subbed themselves, or given bits. Every single thing that you guys do here on this channel goes right back into the prize pool for our players. And you type !donate in the chat if you guys want to figure out how to donate to the prize pool. And a special shout out to our sponsor, Crash, the PR chief officer of VIA. Please drop him a follow on Twitch, twitch.tv/Broxton. That's with a 0. And honestly, for Crash to just be here and consistently, both season 0, season 1,
Gotcha.
giving
They wanted to
so
add a new
much to
player
the
instead of
community,
using a sub, so we let them
love being
choose.
able to give back
Yeah,
to
that makes
him as
sense.
well. And such a special member of our community, special member of our heart, and really keeping this prize pool exciting to look at, Rio.
Yeah, and there will be even more added to that prize pool before we wrap up. And if you guys want to donate to it, just keep on adding to it because it really goes back to the players. We're not here to make money. We're here to enhance the scene. So it all goes back to everybody. But yeah, it was a fantastic play day, a fantastic way to wrap up the season 1 cash out matches. I really don't have anything else to say other than chat. You guys have been awesome. We've had some really great raids, really great people, and I know that the playoffs are just going to be intense.
Absolutely. They're going to be super intense, super fun, and they'll be a week from today, Saturday, August 2nd. Mark your calendars. Make sure your mom and grandma are here. They want to see the action too. But that's been it from us. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys for day 1 of the playoffs. Bye.
I thought he was to say the day. All right, chat. That's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It was a long day. I know my dynamic duo was not here. So apologies if maybe this wasn't the yapathon that you typically tune in for, but Cody will be back. We will be back for playoffs. Along with playoffs, we've also got the Atelco Cup coming up. What else we got? Yeah, as we get closer to the major as well, just keep track of the Discord because we will be watch partying whatever we can of the major. I don't know if they'll have a stream for open qualifiers or not, but we'll be doing that. So anyways, thank you all for your support. Check out the pod. New episode is already up from last week. We got an episode coming this week as well. So check that out. It's over on Spotify now. And anyways, guys, love you. See you around the arena. Peace.